to the place, had my Alfredo, had a cool talk. Then niggas left. And then we drove back here. Do you know how long it took us to drive there in the first place?
2 hours.
Guess how long that drive was? That drive was like almost 3 hours long. I was like, man, fuck this shit, bro. Then we had to drive on. Then we had to drive on terrible roads too. Like those like I know Baron is Baron. You know those like roads that like got like the the tar over it over the road, so it's like bumpy. It's never like a smooth, clean ride. It's like a little bump every time you drive on that road.
Shit, I'd rather
I can't really describe it.
I'd rather do that than drive to Philly, man. That should be feeling like it be feeling like you done fucked
Tahoe
up.
City? Yeah.
You man,
Yeah.
driving to Philly had you be like, yo, I'd rather take the bus. The potholes don't be potholes. It's like motherfucking Goku went Super Saiyan 3 in that bitch and left. Like, nope, that shit be dunk. You be like, yo, hey, perhaps I'm not coming back to this shit, man.
They be driving down there, nigga, in the roads and the stoplights don't make sense. It's like, bro, why was there a stop sign here when there should have been one over there where there's an actual need for a stop sign? Why is there a stoplight here?
It be a stop sign behind a tree. And can't nobody see that
Bro,
shit.
every
said,
You
bro,
didn't,
what the
but
fuck?
you didn't see
behind the
it.
tree, bro. Bro,
You didn't see it?
bro,
You
I'm gonna
must
tell you
not
this,
be
bro.
from here.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro. All right, I was driving in Philly. I ran a red light because the fucking stoplight was behind a fucking big ass tree. I'm like, I can't see that, bro. Then Bo look at me like, dickhead. I'm
Thanks
like, I'm
again,
sorry, bro.
Spyro.
I know.
Now I have to
I
find
didn't
out what that
fucking know.
nasty
I couldn't
sorceress has
because I
done to my
couldn't fucking
home
see
while I
it.
was locked up.
You ain't
Then you
from
having
here.
niggas come out of one way, stopping in the middle, damn near of the one way street. I'm like, all right, dude. Okay. It's so annoying driving in. Anytime you drive in the city, it gives me anxiety because I don't know if I'm gonna get killed by some nigga driving crazy, or I'm gonna kill myself, or I'm gonna kill myself because I'm driving crazy, and I don't know it because I don't know these fucking roads. So now I'm over here contemplating. Okay, did I run that red light because I'm a dickhead, or because the city's infrastructure is so fucking stupid that I couldn't see that nigga there?
Follow Bobby and Pete up there using your air.
I don't know. So anyway, whatever. You got back, nigga. Talked about Rango. I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And now I was mad too because I was gonna play some video games, and I woke up at like 12:30. I was like, you know what, man, I'm going to bed.
This kangaroo and Spyro is thick as hell,
Why are you worrying about? I forgot her name.
It was a Rango thing, man.
It was no. We're not talking about the Rango anymore.
He likes the kangaroo. I like the beans. So
but yeah.
Nobody worried about that.
I'm just saying, man.
No, you're not.
You can get
You're
up
on your
really
own.
steep cliffs like this one with your double jump.
But everybody's
Press
on
the
board
jump
with the
button,
kangaroo.
Then
Okay.
press it again exactly
No one's
when
on
you hit
board
the
with
ground
kangaroo.
to do a
I
double
didn't hear
jump.
anything.
Once
I
you've
didn't hear nobody say anything with kangaroo.
Here we go.
Yeah, so I mean,
Oh yeah. Baron, did DJ tell you about his ideal woman?
Home at last. Here.
I don't know what he's trying to say,
I don't know.
and I really don't know what's gonna happen.
But who's your ideal woman, DJ?
Oh. No.
You have to ask him, 'cause I don't know what he's
Let
talking
me
about.
tell you. So, since DJ watched this movie called Rango, right? He has somehow found an attraction to this woman named
Infinity.
Dean.
My God, dude.
Now, oh, Josh, you there, Josh?
I'm here. I haven't left.
No, not you, John, Josh.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, he's
All
on-
right, I'm gonna show y'all. Since DJ watched this movie called Rango, I'm gonna show you who Beans is. I'm gonna show you exactly who Beans is.
All right.
And then look at me like, what the fuck is this?
You go
So,
ahead and do it.
This next guy is a wuss.
Bro,
You go ahead and
if you
take
need
him
to,
out.
if
We'll
you
get
need to
you
go,
back.
if you need to go look for the Brittany White, it's okay, DJ. I didn't know you were this devious. Down tremendous.
I'm down tremendous.
Josh and Baron. I'm gonna need y'all to check the general chat right now so y'all can see who Beans is from Rango.
Who the hell is this? Oh.
He said,
She
"Hear me
like the
out,
bitch in the
but I
picture
will-"
above.
Crazy.
Same energy.
I'm just saying. It's probably the same energy. If it's the same energy, she probably looks better with no clothes.
Let me see. You gotta stop
She's a
that shit.
fucking lizard.
No, she don't.
Come
Don't do that.
on.
Yeah, DJ, you gotta stop with that. She look better with no clothes, just cause like.
I can almost guarantee you she looks worse.
Yeah,
Guys just don't know.
Let me see.
You guys just don't know, man.
General chat.
He said y'all just don't know. He said y'all ain't seen what
Nah,
I see.
we know. We can see it.
She look like E.T. Is this real?
It's an animated movie with animals, man.
And you talking about fucking an animal?
That's not what I'm saying, man. I'm saying.
I need some clarification.
DJ?
Okay.
No.
We can't make fun of him because when we was young boys,
No.
that
That's
scene in
not
the
what it
Lion
is.
King.
Yes,
Hold
I
up,
can.
we can't make fun of.
Yes, I can.
When we was young boys, that scene in the Lion King
Yes, I
was
can.
Simba and Nala was playing it, and she
Yeah,
looked
yeah,
up at
yeah,
him with
yeah.
the eyes.
See?
We all
See?
felt
Thank
something
you.
right there.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
You not.
The fuck is we?
Yeah, who the fuck is that? I never met Wee. What he look like?
Come on now, don't do this.
Yeah, you keep saying we.
You
You
keep
keep
talking
saying
about the
we.
kangaroo.
Us.
Keep
But
kicking
you're
this rock
disqualified.
until it
You
breaks.
just talking about the kangaroo in Spyro, so stop. You're
Hey, Sheila,
disqualified.
let's play a
You know,
joke.
everybody
Takes
knew
this
about the
egg
Nala
and smash
scene.
it on.
Okay, he was about to get that box. He was about to eat up the circle of life. Man, so
She looked
stop
up
it.
at him. She gave him the eye. She gave him the eye contact. I was like, whoa!
Whoa, she saw the
I didn't even know
sparkle.
what that was.
Come on now.
He
I know,
said, "Come on, now."
listen, I know somebody out there that wanted Queen Latifah in Ice Age. It wasn't me.
I never. Saw
It wasn't me either.
What did Queen Latifah playing Ice Age?
She played a mammoth.
Okay, that's taking it a bit far.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody
Now,
wanted that.
now Gloria
so
from Madagascar.
So Beans is not like a crazy chick.
Now we're really just like we're straying farther and farther away.
Okay, so then the bunny from Space Jam. Are we sitting here gonna say that nobody wanted that?
Lola Bunny was fired.
Thank you.
Lola Bunny was
All right.
Well, Lola Bunny was
Intentionally made.
different because one, she was
different.
designed to be that way.
She was.
I think like she was.
She
She
wore
was. I think
short shorts.
you know
and
what I
she
think
had
it
a
is.
little bit of bust. Okay.
I think when people say like, "Oh, that's bad,"
You
what we're
picked
really saying is
Skeletor.
like, I think what we're really saying is like the anthropomorphized version of that person is bad. So when you see Lola Bunny, you know what the human
Those
version that she
rhinox have taken
represents.
over.
That's what you're
There'll
saying
be
is
no
bad.
stopping them unless we can smash their
well.
huts. They're
Oh,
too
you
big to
nasty. Then.
smash. You'll
Jeez, I'm
remember
trying to
how
shoot you, Bill. You talk about some. I don't know.
You been trying to shoot his bell. I've been telling you to stop. You just won't listen.
Kind of like the bunny ears.
You had to learn your lesson, John.
It's not
I'm trying to
about.
tell you to stop. You ain't want to
It's
listen.
not. Okay. Can I let me on my behalf? Let me say why.
You don't have a bad point.
He said about that.
You don't have one.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Actually, I'm actually quite confused.
I watched the movie and her character was like pretty, like it was like dope. It was decent.
Are you a furry?
Man, I'm talking. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying how her portrayal in the movie was like, oh, she's a solid, stands on business type, you know. And then she's got the features or whatever. So
What features? They're animal features. She's a lizard.
Yeah, bro, she's fucking gray with a fluffy ass dress, man.
it's
You know
in
what
the-
she looked like?
in Las Vegas. Yeah, it's hot.
You know
It's hot
what
down
she
there.
looked like? She looked like the joint that like Peter Parker, but he was too dumb to pull up on. Remember her?
No,
Remember the joint?
She made the cookies. She made the cookies.
Even when I was a young boy, I was like, she better than MJ. Like even when I was a young boy, I
Are you
do
talking
too.
about- So the one with the cookies?
Yeah, she was better than MJ.
I don't think she was
And
bad.
she cooked.
I think she was better than
It
MJ.
doesn't matter. She just had nice character, right?
I
She had
think-
better character.
I think the
Pull them
character.
side by side.
I think she was close enough to where her character put her over MJ. But I don't think raw face I had her over MJ.
No, her
That's what I'm
face,
saying.
because they was trying to make her ugly, but you could tell, like, no, you not ugly. MJ versus Cookie Girl. Let me pull the video.
You saw that fit she had on. Okay, you saw that fit she had on.
Figure it out.
MJ
saw
versus
that.
Russian Cookie Girl.
You saw that fit the Russian cookie girl had on. You know what I'm saying? It was just that she was nice. That's basically the same thing. You know, think about it. Her character in Rango, she may not be the prettiest, you know, and then you got Lola Bunny, who was pretty, but her character was
DJ,
crazy.
you be fighting losing ass arguments, and you just keep.
Yeah,
fighting.
you're like
you.
you're boxing.
You the
guys
nigga.
are with me?
You the type of
You
nigga.
guys are with me?
You the type of nigga get knocked out and then be swinging on the ground. Like you barely conscious and you just still throwing punches.
Yeah, you're
Fight
yeah,
bit
you're
over.
I
like
don't give up. Never give up.
No.
Hustle, loyalty, respect.
No. Mm-mm. You gotta stop uncontextualizing shit.
shit,
This is disgusting.
never give up.
I'm just crazy.
Oh yeah, y'all right. Mary Jane face is like.
That's what I was saying.
It's because she got the red hair. That's really what it is.
I think she looks.
That
Like,
shit.
Yo, she has red hair too.
If you ever forget
DJ,
how to
can I
control a
just-
character or vehicle,
Yeah.
just go to the pause
What would
menu
you
and
do to
select
this lizard girl?
controls.
What would I do to the lizard girl?
Yes.
don't ask him that, man.
No comment.
There's nothing to
Nah,
it.
This
Ursula got
this nigga said I'm a dog pile the shit out.
I'm not about
This
to answer
lizard
that.
bitch.
You're gonna do what?
I'm not about to answer that. I'm not about to answer
Why would
that.
you do that?
I didn't say anything. I didn't say I would do anything.
All right.
You know what Rich is trying to do here, right? Come on, guys. You gotta believe me. So that game, right? That game, man, that was a lot of points.
Nah, Ursula got her.
I would take Ursula. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Ursula got her.
And she can make some mean cookies with nuts.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I
her,
thought you meant
Well,
from the
hold
Little
on, though,
Mermaid.
hold on, though.
I thought you meant from the Little
Hold on,
Mermaid.
though.
Ursula
Y'all
got her,
missing-
bro.
Y'all missing a very important thing about Ursula.
From the Little
And that is her
Mermaid?
dad. No, from
Her dad is
fucking
that dude.
Spider-Man. Yeah, not that her dad's an annoying nigga, right?
No, her dad is cool. He a solid nigga. Peter was just behind on rent. He was solid though.
He didn't fix the door.
He didn't
That's
fix
why
the
he-
damn door.
Yeah, he
You
was a
hit your
slumlord.
damn door.
Damn door.
But he didn't fix the door, but because he a slumlord and Peter be behind on rent, and also when he gave Peter that good advice, like he was staying 10 toes on. He was like, "Nah, you gotta do this." You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. He was a good nigga. He's just a lazy Russian. But he'd be a cool pop father-in-law.
Father, that's the pop,
He opened
nigga.
the door
Pop
while he was in the bathroom. He opened
Yeah, I
the
said
door.
he'd be a cool father. That's why I said father-in-law. I corrected myself.
Open the door while you use the bathroom. Be like, Red?
I slapped the shit out. I'll be on. I man the shit.
Now's not the. I mean, now's not the good time to ask for. But
Yeah, I'd throw Ursula around. That
Mr.
shit
Yap
crazy.
is it? Yeah, he's like, this is all I got. Oh, that's good enough. And he took it from him.
Make it enough.
He's skinny
I
as shit.
think my taunting is wearing them down. Remember,
cool.
just jump and press the action button to stomp
Ain't
those.
nothing wrong with that. You know, that ain't no problem.
We plump her up.
That ain't no problem.
There's some
Good
sweet
job,
potato
Pete.
pie,
Good
some
job,
mac
stop, stop,
some
stop,
candy
stop.
yams, and some mac and cheese.
Stop talking under your breath in various
Niggas said
creepy
candy.
tones.
He can't whip up no candy yams.
Yeah, she's gonna get
You can only
used.
do desserts, treats.
I'm gonna inject her with butter, thicken her up. I'm gonna have a big old syringe. I'm put her in a dungeon and just inject her and feed her candy and so she's thick.
That's some LTG shit.
Yeah, that's not no. That,
Yeah.
She only come out to eat and do squats.
All right.
Squats only?
Bottom heavy, son.
That's crazy.
You can see the genetics. She already bottom heavy. You can see it's there.
No, you can't. You can't see it. Goddamn. She was skinny, and her jeans was skinny, and there was still room. You saw nothing.
Even
There was room where the
there's nothing going for her,
She was-
except that she was really kind.
She was skinny.
I was not about to
and the
do
jeans
anything
was
with
skinny,
that.
and it was loose.
Nah, that's a Russian girl.
So-
She was meant
so
to
that
be-
means
she
there
was
was-
meant to bear children.
That means there was still space for where the ass is supposed to be, but it's not there.
That is a Russian woman. She's meant to drink
No,
vodka
but
and
I-
bear children.
But
She was
think-
timid too.
But I think that with her personality, I had her over MJ. I did.
MJ was a
Yeah.
dickhead. Yo, I think that the director of Spider-Man, he had to be going through a bad breakup because he ruined MJ's character for like 20 years. Like they had to stop putting MJ in movies. They started making Gwen the lead because everybody hated Mary Jane because of how he wrote that character, bro. Like, no.
Hey man, that's how the high school girl was, you know.
Because MJ was always a solid. She stood 10 toes behind Peter. Why they make her? She was cheating and leaving niggas and hopping
That
from
was like
homies.
Avril Lavigne
No, we-
feature.
no, we- no,
Avril
we-
Lavigne
we-
fit.
Avril Lavigne feature.
No, we forgot something.
She
man.
had in Spider-Man 1. She had like the black boots with the you know the affliction red shirt. You know what I'm saying?
The affliction.
No, yeah,
with
no,
the what was his name?
y'all
Crush.
Y'all bugging because you don't remember in the cartoon. Mary Jane been a crash out. She been special. I almost said the R word. She been a crash out. She been special because.
I mean, she did hop off a roof to see.
No, that was Rich. That was exactly what I'm about to go to. She jumped off the roof and said, "Oh, I did that just to make sure you're a kid, man. Shut, man. No,
I mean, she wanted to prove
We
something.
didn't do that in the movie. That's what we're going off of. I'm going by the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she knew he was Spider-Man. It's a trust fall. She wanted to get that shit. Probably had her pussy wet when he caught her though.
All right.
They trauma bonded. That was playing what she did. She just trauma bonded him. He probably was hitting it from the back that night. Was like, bitch, jump off that fucking roof again, you fucking bitch.
Don't really have to save your life again, or you're gonna get
I
this.
beat that shit up that night after she did that dumbass shit. You ever had your girl do some dumbass shit? You gotta take it out. Never mind. Let me shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're naughty. You're naughty. Yeah.
Naughty is crazy.
You're naughty.
Wow.
Let me shut up. I be getting too real on this bitch.
Nah, it's okay because
I'm on TV talking like it's just you and me.
that's what's gonna make.
Thanks, Kanye.
Yeah.
All right, it's gonna make our stuff great.
No more rap bars from you, man.
Here's the good news. Each time you
Yo, I'd be really
I'm
excited
just saying how.
if a dude pull up to a rap cipher with one of those common hats and be talking all drill shit. That'd make me very happy.
That's funny.
That'd make me very excited.
Oh, he
The fact that you said
mixes
common hat and I know what you meant is
Everybody
hilarious.
knows exactly
He
what
mixes
hat I'm
up
at.
the crowd.
Everybody knows the hat I'm talking about. When I say a common
Yeah,
hat,
everybody knows
we
the
all
hat.
know what hat I'm
But
talking
you
about.
want him to give the mix up?
Yeah, like,
You want him to give the mix
pull
up
up
to
with the
the
common
crowd?
hat.
Be like, oh, he's about to talk about the pyramids.
pull up with the common hat and the goatee and talk about shooting people.
Yo, Common is the nigga I strive not to be. Like, he got the look. He got the look. He got the aesthetic.
Look out, Hunter.
He got
It's
the
the
voice.
scary
Nice body.
sorceress.
He
I
just
warned
a
you already.
fucking
This
cornball.
place isn't
I
safe for
strive
small
not to
dragons
be that
and
nigga.
Like,
pussycats.
Common like the type of dude that
Thanks,
pull
but I
bitches and
think
they
we can
realize
look
you're
after
lame and
ourselves.
they just get tired
Try
of it.
looking
That's what
after
Common look like to me.
this.
That's the vibe I get from Common.
Even in the movies, we use the
Yeah,
basketball stuff.
especially in the movies. Like he too nice.
Come back when you
Well, he
finish
wasn't nice in that
school,
basketball
okay?
movie. He was.
Say,
I'm
is
talking
it
about real
just
life.
me, or is she
No,
kind of
real
cute when
life.
she's
They ain't even
angry?
talking about some my queens deserve it. I'm gonna shut the fuck up, dog. Just beat never mind.
Just give them BBC. That's it.
Yeah, I had to learn that. I had to learn to shut the fuck up and just hand out dick. I had to learn that shit.
who's the liar?
Nah.
Have any of you ever talked yourself out of like vagina?
Yes, that's what I learned it.
Yeah.
That's what I learned it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I walked myself right out
oh
of.
man.
I walked
dude.
myself out of several. Bro, I walked myself out of some shit. I try to get it back. It's over. It's over. It's not coming back. Take that loss,
Dried it
brother.
up.
Take that loss, brother.
Close the floodgates.
That's when I learned that over intentional nice guy shit don't work, man. Just be you.
Yo,
Just
it happened to me because I had a polo on, a Phillies fitted, like some nice jeans and some pandas on, with a chain, smelling good. I just looked like a hood nigga. I got on the date with the bitch. I opened my mouth. I could see it on her immediately. Like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, I should shut the fuck up.
This is a balloon.
My
It will
beard was
take you to a
bearded.
new-
I start talking sounding all intellectual as shit. She was like, I came here to
This
get
is a
fucked by a
balloon.
thug
It will
nigga.
take you to a new
She was like, I
land.
got thug
But we
fish.
can't use it until you
She was
bring
like,
back
this
one
nigga look
person
like a
from each
thug.
of the 5 worlds.
At that point, it wasn't a loss. That was her loss.
She was like, nigga, you be reading? You talking to me about books? The fuck?
Damn.
My bad. I
No.
thought we were going to talk about Albert Camus and
Do you
absurdism,
like the
but never
active
mind.
camera?
I just remembered
The game
that happened
camera
to
is now-
me when I
Your
first
game
got to
camera, if you like.
Millersville.
It was a white
Active-
girl, too.
Your camera is.
Man, I remember.
This
when-
was one of the times I had a guy. His name was crazy enough. His name was Josh, and
You gotta talk to your people.
Josh. Well, he was the first person that showed me about cocaine. Right? He had it in his pocket. I was like,
I don't
where
like
did you
where this
get
is
that?
going. I don't like where this is going.
No. I didn't do any cocaine. I'm just like, Josh, you need to get rid of that.
Josh, why would you
I don't
show
know
me
how you got that.
Couple things.
I was like, why did you show me this? Like, he was a wild guy. But anywho, so he's like, yo, you need to go on your own path, man. You know, I got this chick that, you should go with. So then, I meet up with her. Her name was Ellen Keach, and I go in her house.
Minox are running rampant
and
around here, but I
I don't know what to do because I'm 19, and she's about to graduate. And basically, all I was like, man, I wanted to watch wrestling on her TV, and then there was that movie Sausage Party that was in theaters. I was like, yo, we should go watch this movie Sausage Party, and then that was the last time I heard from her.
Yo, let me ask you. Let me tell you something. I say this with love, bro. I say this
It was
with
a long
love.
time ago.
I know you telling the truth, but I need you to work on your artist storytelling because you got a lot of lying niggas tendencies when you tell stories, bro. Like, yeah,
Wow.
like
Wow.
I know you not lying. But you got a lot of lying nigga patterns. It's the the unnecessary involuntary information. I need you to work on your artist storytelling.
Wow. That's a really
Never heard that.
in-depth observation.
And I know what he means.
Because I know you're not lying.
I know what he means. I just never heard that.
Be sure to keep your friends.
I don't know how to fix that because I'm bad with words.
Yo, you know what was crazy? I was on a job interview before, right? And I was picturing myself. It was for this systems engineering role. And it was this uppity black lady. And I'm in the interview and I'm saying a lot because I was nervous. She says, you got one more before the interview is over. I never straightened that shit up so fast. I felt so disrespected, but like what she was saying was valid. Like you take away your credibility when you say a lot.
Yeah,
But that said though,
But do you think that was out of place though? Because that could put so much pressure on the motherfucker. On the
that shit put a fire in my ass. I got it together.
Well, what if you did it by accident and be like, wait, I'm sorry.
The interview would have been over.
Yeah, take this kid.
I'm in that bitch sounding like Obama. And
and my fellow
He says a lot of ums. He says a lot of
he does.
He does.
I mean, you can't really tell the president, hey, can you chill out with the ums?
Well,
I was gonna say, well,
you're on the interview.
now he's gonna say, well, now chill out with the unemployment, and then you have no job.
Damn.
So,
What?
yeah.
We didn't know how good we had it when Obama
Then the
was
joke
president.
isn't so funny.
It's crazy because she did go to see Sausage Party with me in theaters, but I didn't realize until a year later that she was just wanting to, get some of that meat. I had no idea. I wish somebody would have told me, but
See, and this is like,
listen,
I'm glad
nigga.
you brought it up. This
Hold on,
is
what do you mean?
no, this is an issue.
no, I was a virgin.
She went home to talk to her girlfriend. She said, I told him I wanted to see the Sausage Party, and this nigga
He
took
took
me
me
to
to
a
the
movie.
movies.
Like, what was it?
No,
And this nigga took me to a movie.
no, I was a virgin. I didn't know that was I didn't know that was the objective. I was like, oh, maybe I can date this girl.
Now that you mention it, there is a film in theaters called Sausage Party.
So I try to be nice. I try to be the nice guy.
No,
like,
some girls
here to join me.
I don't want to use her for her body. So I'm gonna
some
use her
girls
for
don't
that.
got game, bro. Like you may not have been. She may not have gave you the cues. Some girls don't have game, bro. Like they don't know how to.
You're right about that. They don't know how to ask. So like they'll be like
just in time.
Like the way I have
Thank
gone
you,
about like finding out is if they do something uncharacteristic of them or just something that's like deemed weird.
That's
Like they'll out of the
good
blue just
observation.
ask you like a blue ass like a weird ass question out the blue.
Yeah, that's
Like,
a good
hey,
observation.
so what's your favorite position? Unwarranted. No, the conversation could not have been nothing towards it at all.
Are you the?
And then she just randomly just pop it up, and you're just like, oh, okay, this is what time it is.
I ain't gonna lie.
She was saying you was taking too. She was saying you was taking too long to make the conversation sexual. I had to get overt with it.
You couldn't have given me that much credit at 19. You couldn't have given me that much credit at 19. I'm pretty sure she did a lot of things to tell me, but I'm a virgin. I don't know what to do. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be nice. Let's talk about wrestling.
Open the door. Let's talk about wrestling. Talk about Ed.
Did you hear John Cena turn heel? 25
This
years.
is guy named Roman. So I'm gonna tell you about this match. This was my favorite match at WrestleMania. Okay.
Oh my
And
god.
she had to sit there. By the way.
Cody's finishing his story.
I was like, yo, Josh, I think that girl that you told me about, I think she really likes me. And then never heard from her again.
That's why I love the where your clothes at. Me, remember that from back in the day where like some dude would be doing some dirty shit and then he'd turn around and the girl butt naked.
I think I did that one like 2 years ago. That was a dope one.
This is not.
That was a good one.
Oh,
He was
this
like, I think mine was like, when you trying to show the new girl your comic book collection. I'm like, yo, it's pretty good, man. Where your clothes at? That's she's the
Where your
always-
clothes Man, someone's really excited about comic books.
So this is this is Naruto, and he has the 9-tailed feet. Oh, give the clue.
Wow. Oh, so this is a keyblade. It's not like your regular sword. So that's a handle.
And there's so many. This guy's name
There's so many variations.
So his name is Titus. He's part of the group in Final Fantasy X. Oh.
Oh, damn.
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie. I walk myself.
See,
out
that's
of,
the spirit.
I walk myself out of like vagina by like not letting them be ignorant in front of me. Like it just certain
Wow.
stuff just not going for it.
Football?
No, well that if you say something wrong in front of me, I'm gonna say you're wrong. I don't care how cute you are. I'm gonna like you're wrong. Like if you are objectively wrong, I'm like yo, you're wrong. Like one chick was like, she was like, I think what did she say to me about football? No, actually, I'm gonna give y'all a little story. I'm gonna give y'all a little
Wrong
story.
person asked about football.
No, I'm
Throwing bullets like Randy Moss?
No, that's terrible. That's your homeboy and you love him. Now, but I'm gonna tell you some shit that happened, man. Me and Man in a good place about it, so I'm gonna tell you some shit that happened. Man had a girlfriend I didn't like at all. I couldn't stand this chick at all.
Okay.
For obvious reasons, but she just wasn't a good girlfriend for him. Right?
obvious reasons.
I'm not gonna go into what they were now, but she just was not good, right? So
Okay.
Man did what Man can do at times. I'm away at school, he moves her in. So she there all the time. I'm coming home from Millersville, she in there. So one day I'm coming, I just get home, and as soon as I got in the house, this was like the normal thing at the time. I get home, and there won't be no cat food in there. Cat litter be out. Cat litter need to be checked. Just shit like that. That was like the usual. So routinely when I got home, I would have to go buy the Glade plugins, right? The Glade plugins. I would have to buy cat litter, buy cat food. That was the usual routine, and it would piss me off because Man used to work at Family Dollar. All that shit is there, and the Family Dollar was like a block away from our house at this time. So this was like the most ridiculous shit ever, but it was whatever, right? And mind you, our dad had just died. I'm trying to set the stage for all of this, right? So I get home, I see what's going on, I smell it smell like shit. All right, whatever. I come back home, right? I go get the cat litter, all that, come in the house. Man was in a good mood, his girl's in a good mood. Well, everyone looked like they was in a good mood. Even my man Wilson, he was there, right?
Keeping the shit.
Right?
In a good mood.
Yeah, everybody, they said it was in a good mood, right? So I get in there, I got all these bags in my hand. I get in there, and man's like, yo, BJ, Joe Button was cheating on his girl on Love and Hip Hop, man. Look at this joint, right? Mind you, I had just learned about reality TV from Mr. Dr. Spicer. So I kind of knew that reality TV was never random. It was kind of scripted, but not hard scripted, but it's scripted a little bit.
Oh, you hit them with the, you do know wrestling's fake, right?
No.
Oh, man. I hate that. I hate when people say that.
The thing is, I'm respectful of somebody. I'm not going to be an asshole because you enjoy it. Like, I'm not going to be the guy to suck the life out of what you enjoy. That's not cool.
Yeah, that's good. That's
so,
good.
So man's like, yo, man, you think he really was cheating on his girl with the shorties and third? I said, man, I ain't going to lie. I said, they kind of set that stuff up. So I don't know if he actually did anything. I said, but I know they made it look like he did something at least. This is what I said, right? In so many words.
Smart and shit.
Right? In so many words is what I said, right? I was like, bro, I said, I don't think he did that. I said, but I know they try to set it up on there. That's how reality TV works. His girl jumps in it. Swear to God. She said, well, it's entertainment. I said, yeah, it's entertainment. There's a lot of things that are entertainment. Doesn't necessarily mean they're scripted or planned out or anything like that. She said, but it's entertainment. That's entertainment, though. I'm like, all right, you know, a lot of things are entertainment. Like, football's entertainment. And she was like, football is fake. I said, wow.
Whoa, what?
I don't know how you can fake that.
Niggas dropped the bag.
She said football is fake. And then she repeated it.
How is football fake?
I said, all right.
She purposely knew that was wrong.
No, she knew what she was. She said it for a reason. We know why she said it.
We all
know that BJ loves football. He's a football player. We all know that. He's in college to play football. We all know that. So I'm like, people have died in football. Football is not fake. People have literally died on the field, right? And people have long-lasting injuries and stuff from football. It's not fake. She said football is fake. So y'all know what I did? I said, okay. And I turned to walk away.
Oh.
And you know what set me off? She said, go ahead, run in your little room.
Oh, grown man.
Oh, she did that. She did that little.
See, here's the thing, and this is always my take on this. And me and you had this conversation before, BJ. If my homie's girl, or like my brother's or whatever girl, feels comfortable disrespecting me, it tells me one of two, maybe both things. One, that my homie complains and talks shit on me in front of her. I.e., go to your little room. That seems like some insider information that she would have gotten. Two, that she talks shit on me in front of my homie and he doesn't stick up for me. Because when my girls try me, they always shit test you. When she tries to shit talk one of my friends, I'm like, don't talk about my homie. And then that deads it. That sets the boundary, that deads it. But if she feels comfortable doing that, that means pillow talking is going on, shit talking me behind my back is going on. That's how I always know. Like, I can tell by my homie energy and his girl if she don't speak when she come through the door or something, how he really feel about me.
And there's a lot of truth to that. It gets even deeper. So, Man reacted the way he was supposed to. In a sense, right? Because when she said that, I turned back around to confront her. So I turned around to confront her, right? Man jumped in front of me, and when he did it, we collided. So now it looks like me and him are wrestling.
Oh no!
Right? Now, at this time, I could have picked Man up and slammed him straight on the shit.
What he should have did was grip her by her mouth and like, what the fuck I tell you about talking shit?
You gotta
talk to my fucking brother like that.
So
he didn't necessarily check her.
No, but I gotta say, I don't know.
It's not like why jump in front? It's not like you gonna swing on the hoe. You just gonna talk shit.
I wasn't going to, but the way Man said, I thought you were going to, even though I have no history of ever doing that. This is what he said. So when he grabbed me, I threw him on me, went in my room, shut my door, and just sat there. I didn't want to be bothered at all.
And you went to your little room, like she said, bitch. Shit, I'm sorry.
Little room.
So when I was in the room, I heard Man and Wilson like, yo, why'd you tell him to run in his little room? She said, I didn't say that. He said, no, yes, you clearly said that to him. Like, you do know this
feel comfortable enough to talk
I'm
to you
like, you do know this
shit talking BJ when he was gone, and now she feel like she can do it too.
And Man was like, you do know this is his house. Like, you can't tell him to go in like that's and so anyway, long story short, I brought that up because of the football joint that I mentioned earlier. Like she went up because she knew how I felt about it. Or I'm just gonna say it to him. And me and Meme have had a lot of healing since then, a lot of brother conversations since then that we needed to have. Because that was one of those moments where I was like, dog, like, and he was convinced that I was actually gonna hit her, which again, there's nothing about my history that said I would ever hit her. So it was weird that he jumped to that conclusion, but he did. And but that was probably the girlfriend he had that was like, yo, I couldn't stand her at all. Now this is also the girlfriend that told Meme she cleaned up the house one time. And she said, hey babe, I cleaned up the house, blah blah blah. I went to the house, but she left shit in the toilet. And she was mad at me.
Are you kidding me?
She was mad at me because I told everybody. And so
Bro.
yeah, that's probably why she has some animosity towards me.
But she did it. So I don't understand. I'm confused.
And I sent Meme a picture like, bro, your girl left shit in the toilet. And Meme's like, yo, and she told some. She said, Baron, I can't fucking stand your brother. He was like, well, you did leave shit in the toilet though. He said, you can't be mad that he came home for spring break and he found shit in the toilet. And I told him that you told me you cleaned up. So he go in there expecting a clean house, and he came into a brown surprise. You can't be mad that he was upset about that. So yeah, man was like, yeah. So there was history, but she just wasn't a good type of situation for Man. Like just not at all. But she took advantage of Man a lot because that was his first girlfriend. So she took advantage of him a lot. And he couldn't see that because it was his first girlfriend. Man. Wild time.
Damn, Dookie butt. Dookie.
Yeah, bro, it was shit in the toilet, bro. Straight up shit.
Damn, Dookie.
I walked.
Dookie.
I said, yo, man. He said, some what, BJ? I said, bro, who left shit in the toilet? He told us, I wasn't there. I said, who was here? He said, oh shit, my bad, yo.
Literal shit, yeah.
Man.
Oh shit.
But yeah, she definitely like. I ain't gonna lie, I only compliment my homies in front of like a shorty I'm talking to. I never complain about them. I just don't think that's.
Oh, yeah, that works. Hey, Baron, I heard you ran a 3.5 on the 40.
You wouldn't hear that. You would know that because that would be the record of records. Matter of fact.
Yeah, shoot.
No, but she doesn't want to go out.
No, you wouldn't have. If you don't like, that's like running a 3.5 in the 40 is like squatting 2,000 pounds. Like it's probably never gonna.
Hi, Spyro.
It's probably never gonna happen. So if it happens, everyone's gonna know what happened. It'll be all over social media. Like, it'll be.
But I'll say it if you're trying to impress them, throwing the route, you know what I'm saying? Be like, oh yeah, BJ, I heard you closed in that deal. Congrats, man.
Oh
Go
yeah.
Deal.
Yeah, 50 million.
Yeah. Oh word, yeah. Oh yeah, you didn't hear?
Yeah, you didn't hear about it?
You didn't hear about that? Oh well, shoot. Well, Baron, I'll let you go out your evening. I just ran across the in town a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, also, I left my headphones in your Bugatti.
I was about to
you
go
open
for
it for
a
me?
nice swim.
Okay.
Oh, which one? Nah, this guy.
Listen, the most
what's
the most anybody ever do some player shit on your behalf?
Where was it good? It was to your benefit?
Yeah.
No. No. It's never happened. That really only happens in movies.
Well, in college, I tell you something. There was this chick on campus. Her name was Jen. Light skinned chick.
Well, it looks.
Zama?
No, she actually was on the rugby team. Light skinned
Rugby?
chick. Yeah, that's from rugby.
Must have been Samoan.
Light skinned chick from Philly, actually. Pretty. Now, she was like a senior. I was a freshman, right? I ain't gonna lie, I was filming. I saw her at the gym one morning. I said, oh yeah, she liked that. Right?
Yeah, I like big.
Smalls.
And so my homies knew I liked her. They said, yo, B, go shoot your shot. So I was nervous, but I'm like, man, fuck, I gotta say something. I just spoke to her like one time, like, like something casual. Hey, what's up? My name's Baron. Something super casual.
I'm here to say.
And she was all, we spoke back and forth for a second. Long story short, man, Valentine's Day coming up, right? My man Corey. Shout out to my man Corey. He actually was on the team up here in Millersville. My man Corey bought 2 roses. One for his girl. He bought 2 roses by mistake. So he said, "Damn, I got 2 roses." So he gave his girl one, and gave Jen another one, and said, "Yo, that's from Baron." And he called me and told me he did this right after she texted me. She was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much," with all these hearts. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? And right after she sent that, Corey called me like, "Yo, B, I saw Jen. I gave her a rose from you. I told her, I bought an extra one, stand third. I told her you got her one. I gave it to her, bro, so just finish your business now." I said, bro, I ain't had no game, so I couldn't finish nothing. I fucked that up.
What an assist. No look.
Yeah, that's a Dwayne Wade assist.
Bro, that was a perfect layup. I missed that bitch.
You're wide open.
I missed that joint.
You missed a wide open layup?
I did, bro. I did.
Damn.
Hey.
I definitely did.
Now she's with The Rock.
I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Rugby, Samoan.
Well, his daughter's not bust, so not her.
And John is talking about the young ones, by the way.
I'm sorry to say.
So I got lucky.
He's not talking about the
I mean, so he's saying that like a friend of yours do something. When I think I was in middle school, there was like a dance, and I basically was like, I didn't want to go, and there was this girl that liked me. I don't know why, because I never spoke to the bitch. Sorry, I shouldn't call that bitch. I don't know why I never spoke to her.
Are you the dragon looking for?
I never spoke to the woman. So I'm like, what the hell she like me for? I don't do nothing. I stay in the corner playing Flappy Bird and Jetpack Joyride and freaking Subway. So I'm like, okay, cool. Whatever. He's like, my friend Kenneth. I was like, yo, Ken. I'm like, yo, John, you gotta, do something. And she likes you. I'm like, you like me? I'm playing Geometry Dash. I'm about to get to the last level. What do you mean you like me?
Temple Run, man.
I'm like, watch this. He goes up, and I'm just like, okay, what was that for? He's like, yeah, bro, I told her she likes you, man. She's like, no, I got you. You ain't gotta do nothing. I'm like, all right, whatever you say, man. Like, go. A couple days pass. It's like a day or two before the dance. And she's like, and Victoria was like, oh my God, John, you're so nice, of course. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, oh, the gift you got me? Gift? What gift? Like, yo, how'd you know I like this and the third? I'm like, what? And then in my mind, I'm like, Kenneth.
Mr. Kennedy.
And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, Kenneth, I was like, what'd you do? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, come on now.
What you mean?
What you mean? Like, all right. I found out what she liked, and I got her something. It wasn't like, expensive, but, you know what I mean? It was a small donation, if you will. And I, helped you out. And this is, mind you, this is like when, this is like during the finals, like when, the freaking Heat lost to the Mavericks.
Okay.
Like, listen, man. He's like, listen, man. I'm D Wade, you're LeBron. All you gotta do is slam dunk. And I'm like, all right, thank you.
Aye,
And
there goes another one.
went to that dance and had a pretty swag time. You know what I'm saying? Had to bust out the moves, the Michael Jackson moves.
You don't know how to do them?
Well, I don't know how to do anymore. Old man.
Somebody
learn.
All right, so anybody got any cringy stories of their homies with them?
Any what?
Cringy, like your homie fucked up. You like, damn.
Oh yeah, I got those.
I have. Oh yeah. I mean, your man's that lied about smashing a girl. I remember that.
You talking about my man Wilson? Yeah, he did that shit a bunch of times.
Yeah, he lied, or like I guess he lied. I guess he like smashed twice in one day or something like that. Maybe I'm going crazy.
Nah, he basically the shit was effed up because basically he told everybody all right, so he came to the crib. He brought a girl over, right? And we like, all right, bet. Like, hey, you can use man room. He ain't gonna care. We set him up, bro. The chick sleep in the room. I put a condom in there for him. He said, yeah, man, I got it this morning, yo. I ain't get it last step. I got it this morning. we like, bro, it don't go like that, yo. Like, it don't go like that, bro.
I got it this morning though, but he didn't. But he got it this morning though. He didn't get it in the. You know, he got it this morning.
All that time last night, you got it in the morning with the morning breath and all that. All right, yo. It ain't go like that, yo. The morning is meant for the redo. It's meant for the rematch because last night was great.
Oh, run it back.
So,
round 2.
So all right. So
fight.
That's what he says, right? So after that, we cleaning up the house. I clean up the room. I find the condom unopened, fresh as hell, just sitting there. You ain't do nothing, man. He just man. You're right. I ain't do nothing. I'm like, why you lie? Why you lie? Cause I was tired of looking like a weirdo. I said, you look like a weirdo for lying. Like we don't. Like, bro, listen. None of us here have struck. None of us here have hit home runs every time. Nobody here. We've all struck out. We all struck out.
I'm not Mark McGuire.
What you say, nigga?
I said I'm not Mark McGuire.
Listen, we all can't take dubs all the time. We can't take double dubs. Gotta take some L's, man. Ooh, no, she hasn't posted in 2 years. But yeah, you can't take dubs all the time. It happens. Crazy. She has a kid.
With a shot.
Answer your question. I don't know if I ever had a moment where one of my homies sent me. I had moments where like it was gonna be that way. Like I remember I was like I think in high school. My homie who I don't talk to anymore really. I remember it was like a block party. He came over, spent the night, and he called somebody. And I was like, yo, bro, who you calling? He says, chill, bro, just let me do me. I was like, okay, cool. Called up some girl from elementary school that we knew. Her name was like her name was Deja, I think. Deja. Now, every time me and my man talked about elementary school, he said, yo, bro, like you know who she went for? I was like, who? Deja, man, she with you. I was like, nigga, I was like 8. What the fuck you mean? Who should I went for? I was 8 years old, nigga. He said, hey, listen, bro, I got this. And he kept bringing it up. So one day, I finally get that call. I'm like, hello? He's like, hey, Rich. I'm like, who? He said, it's Deja. I was like, oh. Hey, what's up, Deja? Hey, what's up? He talked for like, she was apparently, and this is where like I knew that girls are just weird because she was having like a sleepover with like 3 of her friends, and they were all in the bed together. And I'm like, hold on, what? And I've heard terms like actually Baron can attest to this because just like your man said on the stream one day, I heard one of them saying, "Bitch, shut up, bitch, shut up, eat this pussy." I was like, huh?
You want to run that back?
You gonna run that back?
Say what? That's
She's like, yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's actually. I was like, huh? He's like, oh, it's just me and my homegirls. You know, we just over here doing our thing. Let's just say, niggas fumble. But listen though.
It's in your name.
We take.
I'm fucking with you. It was easy, man. It was right there.
You know what's funny?
Yay!
You know what's funny? Is that I'm watching you stream right now, and I can see a shitty ass smirk on your face as you said it. Like it's like you were gearing up to say some fucking smart shit.
When you said, I'm like, all right, bro. Everybody fumbling. I know, Josh. Where you at? I know you got some fumbles too, bro. We all got them.
While I was gone,
That would be a lot of time wasted. You could just spend on that.
Niggas over there must be, I don't know, fighting gods and
Watching the
shit.
Discovery Channel. He's watching how
Oh,
it's
he on
made.
mute. No, he on mute right now.
Discovery Channel.
Talking to a G.
I just know that Molly made you guys.
No, he didn't make us
That
fumble.
was-
He just being a meat eater.
Yeah. Being my mom.
He was just being a carnivore.
Was indeed a fumble.
Me and Rich ain't fumble. We was gonna knock that out the park.
It was a perfect two-man scenario. Perfect two-man. This was a two-man that the gods of pimp and bless upon you.
Yep.
Every
Yeah.
4
They
to 5
aligned it.
years. They bless you one. It's like you don't gotta try to get it because it lands in your ballpark, and then it's like, hey, do what you do with it, bro. If you want it, go want it, go get it. If you don't want it, that's cool. We'll see you again in 4 to 5 years.
Cause they don't do that often.
And then it happens again.
But then
Exactly.
Bamali, you know who Bamali's forefather is? The zesty
Andrew
ass
Jackson.
devil from Cow and Chicken.
If you want a quick summary of your
with the
progress
beat?
in a world, you can press the guidebook button to open the guidebook page
No, the
for
nigga
the
that
world
bounce on
you're
his
in.
ass cheeks all day.
That's who Bamali's forefather is. That's why he made that
Oh,
request.
that. Damn, it was just bad timing.
Yo, what's your worst failed two-man story?
Right there.
I never had a two. I never had a
That one
two-man.
with fucking Barry.
Molly, I've never had a two-man.
One
So
right
I don't know.
there.
I don't know what it's
Three-man,
like.
three-man, four-man, triple
I've
strap.
never had I've never had a multi-man, mission before. It's never happened.
Yeah, I never had,
It'd be like that sometimes.
but I have had situations where I felt like I had my time wasted, and then she gave me all the signs, and I'm just like, nothing's gonna happen. I'm very good at reading those kinds of. I'm like, there's nothing gonna happen.
All right, so I'm just
Let me just let me just enjoy Eternal Sunshine and the Spotless Mind. It was
It's
a great
movie. That's a
watched-
really good movie.
It was a great movie, but I put it on because I'm like, ooh, you ever watch this one? And she's like, nah. And I'm like, all right, cool.
all right, cool.
You ever see Perks of Being a Wallflower?
Yes.
Yes.
He said yes. It's so good, dog.
That's a good
Man,
movie.
I love that. I love romance movies, but that one, man, that was great.
That broke my heart, yo.
So I'm like, man, I'm
That
gonna just
did break my heart.
and I'm
He
gonna
got
just watch
moved.
this movie, man.
He got moved.
She's not going at all. I'm all right. And then
Now,
the next, 2 days later, she says, "Oh, so why don't you do?" I'm like, "Bitch, you didn't give me nothing. Like, I'm not a Bill Nye, man. I'm not trying to break down equations."
And that's why I never liked that kind of shit, bro. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm a dense nigga. I don't work off of hands. I need like a straight forward
fast
answer.
ball right through the middle.
Give me a
Yes,
sign.
because bro, like what the fuck? We are 2 grown-ass adults. What the fuck you on?
My failed two-man was
just
tragic.
Explain, Josh.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah,
Niggas over here, I'm disturbed.
This shit was tragic.
Who-
So
what? Oh, yeah, wow.
it was me and my homie C Murder.
Rapper.
We was trying to two-man these two Jones. Well, her name was Princess, and the other Joan was Ice. Princess was like this brown skin, tall looking. She was super thick, big, badass. Isis was like this slim thick Joan with like the craziest lips, bro. Like her lips she had like big eyes, but big lips. She was gorgeous. Like she really was fucking gorgeous. She was just a hood rat. So she didn't know how bad she was. And we had been working. I got introduced to her through. Hold on, let me close my door because he got a hoe over it. I can't have lore being spilled. Give me a second.
The Lord.
Cracking these bad boys up.
I'm back. Can't make sure I don't get that nigga in trouble. All right, so he had introduced me to her because they went to the same school. I went to a different school, right? So
Yeah.
I'm macking, I'm putting work in, but this was like at a time where like you lived at home because it was like my junior or senior year of high school, and so the way we came up, we kind of always had parents home because like welfare or some shit. So like it was hard to find a place to fuck. So like these, you trying to get some cheeks took longer than usual, right?
Oh yeah.
So you had to figure out like how you gonna make it happen. So like I'm so close to making it happen. And they invited us to this party on a weekend. And like we hung out with these shorties, we going to the movies with these shorties, like we putting in fucking work, bro. We putting in fucking work. And but they caught wind that we were talking to some other girls too. Because I just had hoes that I was talking to at my school, and then my homie C Murder had hoes, but they caught wind. So we didn't realize that they were trying to get their get back. Like we didn't see and in retrospect it was like, oh, the little slick shit they were saying, they feel away. They ain't they feelings. So I think because I posted some shit on Facebook or something. And we go to the party. It's this big party they threw because they was hot girls. They threw this big ass fucking party. It's like 20-something-year-olds and people our age, and like it's up in Albany. It's just a lit ass fucking party. It's like 10 p.m. on the school night. Shit is fucking lit, bro. And we getting Wallies, this little Puerto Rican showing on my top, and we like, oh, this is a party. They got the crib, so we gonna be able to smash. You know what I mean? Because they was like, wait to the party, or y'all gonna stay the night. Wait to the party, or I don't know who this nigga was, but he was the object of their vengeance. It was some nigga at the party, and the rumor was he had like a 10-inch dick.
What the fuck?
He was just like a tall, dark-skinned dude, and like all the girls was dancing with him. He was just the fucking man. We getting dances, we got and but like the two shorties is like hosting the party, so they busy the whole night. So we found some other chicks to entertain them. And it gets to the night, the part of the party when shit slow down, it kind of devolved into like a kickback. So we kind of like, all right, we gonna get with Isis and Princess. You know what I mean? We gonna go upstairs, beat the cheeks. Tell me why they come downstairs and they was like, "What's up, y'all?" We was like, "What's up?" So we on the couch and we about to get called up. We think we about to get called up like it's NXT to the main roster and shit. You know what I mean? And she pointed at the nigga, and then he go up with them, and you just hear him beating their cheeks upstairs, both of them. My God! But when I tell you, my fucking heart was in the pit of my fucking stomach, bro.
Wait, that was by himself?
He got both of them by himself, bro.
That's not fair.
And it was, you could hear, and we downstairs.
That's just gluttony.
It's good, and we downstairs. Cause he was like 20-something. We was all like 16, 17 at the time. But he was like 20. I should have called the cops, reported him.
Yeah, fuck up the whole shit.
Yeah, you hold him.
Hold on.
You hold him.
He hold us.
That nigga sent to jail. But like like that nervousness you feel, like when you're nervous but you're not sure for sure he like you. It was like that times 10. I'm like, yo. So then we try and max, we try and recover. We try to recover like man, because it's too late because the L not running no more. It's like 3 a.m. So the Broad Street line not running no more. So we can't really get home without taking a hike. You know what I mean? So we stuck there. So we trying to recover Mac on these two other joints. We make out suck some tea, but we don't really get nothing because it's out in the open. There's really nowhere to go in the crib. But like, I remember like the next morning, like them coming downstairs, like that nigga came downstairs to get some juice, bro. I wanted to leave so bad, bro. I never felt so.
You wanted to rehydrate? You can't rehydrate.
Yo, I never broke. After that, we was completely done with them bitches. But it was just like that was diabolical, bro. That shit. That shit was so unnecessary.
Like, that's what here.
Upset, nigga.
Yeah, he drank it from the container too, no cup.
He dances with his shirt off and the towel on. And then the hoes we were curious because they hear it now. They think about that nigga even though they with us. It was terrible, bro. It was a terrible time. It was a terrible time.
My man had the ass cheek to the ceiling, the dick still in her, slamming it down.
He's beating that shit up, bro. He's beating that shit up. I was like, I would never be in this scenario again. I would never get put in this scenario again.
Yeah, it's good.
Man was in there like King Nasir.
Yeah. I think, but the thing is, and then later later then summer came and we was like in our hot boy era again, and they tried to get back at us. We was like, no, y'all whores. Couldn't wait to say that shit. I couldn't wait to say that shit.
No, y'all whores.
Y'all whores.
That do be I think that's an underrated thing that people go through. When you discover somebody did some fuck shit, and you can't wait to tell them, but you gotta wait for the appropriate time to tell them. Like once I finally
because you don't want to do it prematurely.
I used to have a dragon egg for you, but instead I used the tunnel as chop.
That's so funny.
That shit was terrible, bro.
I ain't never go through that. That's rough.
No, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. Puerto Rican joint, I pulled later that night, but she was solid. She was solid. But I had put in work with the other joint. I had put in work, bro. We had like some real ass conversations, bro. That shit crazy. She did me like that. That shit was so unwarranted, bro. That shit was so unwarranted.
I don't play games. Once I'm out, if I'm on the fence, I'm out. Because when women dig, they dig hard. You'll be fucked up.
They were overboard, bro. They went overboard with
They
that.
Mike Tyson.
They will.
And you be sitting there like, damn, I ain't know my chin was so soft.
You said I ain't know my chin was so soft. It's like, oh shit, I really do be putting my hands down.
Damn, keep your chin down, you get knocked the fuck out.
I really do be dropping my hands. Shit.
You have to defeat every single Rhinoc in the tunnel.
Bro. I never felt like that in my life. No, I had something similar. But the only time I felt that feeling before was when I remember my cousin. So I was a young boy. I was like 11. But my cousin Poochie and his homie Howard, they was like these hood dudes that moved to the suburbs. They moved with my step grandma, and like they was just like real like street niggas. Like my cousin Poochie and his homie Howard was like really sold drugs, but like some shit happened where some crazy shit happened. So he lost his family, had to move in with his aunt, which was my step grandma. But these niggas was running through the white bitches in like my step grandma neighborhood. Like they was running through.
This egg has
and
surprisingly good fluid dynamic characteristics.
But I'm a young
From
boy.
now
They like
on,
15,
all of
16.
our submarines will be egg-shaped.
When you 11, a 15, 16-year-old feel like a grown-ass man. So like I'm thinking they really older, but they not. I remember one time I'm sitting here playing San Andreas, and like everybody in the living room, because the PlayStation 2 was in the living room back in that day. So I'm playing San Andreas. And I ain't like the nigga Howard. Like, me and him used to just beef. Because, like, he had, like, childlike tendencies. He would beef with me. But, like, I'm a little kid. But he would still take it too far. But, like, they had these two white bitches. And I'm, like, a hood nigga. I never really been around white bitches like that. You know what I mean? Especially older white Jones. So, like, they macking and shit. I'm sitting on the floor in front of the TV. They behind me. Probably doing freak shit on the couch. So then, the boy Howard, like, young boy, go upstairs, young boy. But, like, there's no TV upstairs, so like I'm trying to play San Andreas or whatever fucking game I was playing, and I'm like, no, I'm still playing the game because I don't give a fuck about that young boy. Go upstairs. Now he trying to tell me, I mean that they about to beat cheeks, but like I don't know that because I'm a young boy, and I'm also kind of hating. And so I'm like, no, I'm playing the game. So that he get up and put me in a pretzel in front of the white bitches. He put me in a pretzel, ball me the fuck up. Y'all ever been put in a pretzel before?
I've been put in a big.
No, nigga.
Y'all know what the pretzel is?
No, I don't know what the pretzel is.
You know what the pretzel is.
I'm not gonna leave Josh out. Yeah, I remember the pretzel for sure. That was an era. That was an era.
That was the era. It went from the walls of Jericho to getting put in a pretzel.
The walls of Jericho.
A pretzel is basically like when they imagine like you pick up a baby, like you're holding a baby with two arms. And they just pretty much fold your knees to your forehead.
Yeah.
And then they bounce you up and down as they do it. That shit hurts. It shit hurt like a motherfucker.
And swing you around, and they hook your arms so you can't, like your arms is trapped in your knee, like your arms is pressed against your knees. You like a pretzel. You like a fucking pretzel. And they like swing you around and bounce you. That shit hurt. He put me in, the white bitch is laughing. He put me in the pretzel like fucking young boy. And I'm like, man, I'm about to cry. I go upstairs. There's no game upstairs. There's no TV upstairs. I'm bored as shit. There's nothing to do. It's not my house. So I only got my toys, and all I hear is, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What's that noise? Cause I'm 11. I don't really know what that's about. So I peek downstairs. I creep downstairs a little bit. I see both them niggas, two men and the white bitches on the couch. And I promised myself, like, when next summer or two, I'm gonna get some cheeks. That shit was some new shit. I ain't never seen no shit like that. I can't explain it. But yeah, that shit was
He
crazy.
put a pretzel that night.
What's the hot coffee today?
He
That
put
was
2
crazy.
people in a pretzel that night.
That's probably why I'm a sex addict and I had a porn addiction. Like seeing that shit, like that probably was a big part of it. And then the second time, I'm not gonna take up the air time. I got one more story. The second time, I was at my friend. I think his name was like Steve or some shit. It was like the little white kid in the neighborhood, came from a little trashy family, but he had like an older sister that like everybody had a crush on because she looked like Avril Lavigne, little goth joint.
Ooh, Canadian.
Yeah.
My plan worked.
We at his
That
house.
dumb octopus
We at
dropped
his, so
the jail
my
key
cousin
while he
Poochie was like,
shaking
"Yo,
me.
who
Now
the
I can
boy's
free my
sister?" And
friends.
I'm like, "No, don't worry about it." I'm like, "No, don't worry about
It's
it."
mine. It's no one else.
My vagina. You know what else?
Yeah. I'm like, "No, don't worry about it." He's like, "Chill, what's her name?" He's like, "Tell me." He's like, tell her about me. Tell her I want me because they live down the street. I'm like, "No." He's like, "Really? You gonna do me like that?" I'm like, "No, leave her alone."
Oh,
So
no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You said that.
I said, "Leave her alone."
No, leave her alone.
I was like,
Ah,
I was
you've
like,
done
"That's my
enough. You've done enough.
I was like, "You done enough. You get enough pussy, man." It's like it's my friend big sister. Leave her alone. So it's me, Steve, and some other boy. I don't remember his name. And we at his room playing Just Bring It. And he was like, "Yo, your cousin Poochie's
I
pretty
forgot
cool.
to tell you.
I
One of the
invited him
rhinos
over."
had this
I'm like,
egg.
"Why'd you invite him?" He was like, he said he wanted to come hang out. He wanted to play Just Bring It with us. Meanwhile, like we playing Just Bring It in his sister room. I don't know why we was in his sister room playing the game. But for some reason, the game was in his sister room. So his sister is like laid on the bed behind us. Poochie come upstairs, and this is like a trashy white family. So like, there's no dad in the house. It's just like they fat mom that don't really get off the couch. And so she come in. Somehow he smooth talk her and get like the fucking the green light to just go upstairs, even though it's his first time being here. I don't know how he pulled that shit off. But like all I know is we playing SmackDown Just Bring It, and I'm looking back. He laid on the bed with the bull big sister. First time meeting her, bro. First time meeting her. And then I'm hating, like I'm looking back, like occasionally, like I'm hating, bro. And then like we leave and we on the way back to the crib. He was like, "Yeah, I was fucking her back there, dog." I was like, "Yo, I hate you." I hit him with the Anakin. I hate you.
Oh my god. You just turned to Darth Vader. That's crazy.
No, I ain't do all that, but in my mind I was like that. I just kept my mouth shut. I was like, "For real?" Well, I kept my mouth shut, but in my head, I hate this nigga. I love my cousin Poochie though. He was the man. He got me pussy the first time.
I can't. Listen. I can't tell. I can't. Hey, ain't nobody give me no cheeks, man. I had to get that out the mud. My dad just gave me a couple tools. Like, hey, you got the sauce, little nigga. Just go do it.
Yeah,
it'd have been nice if somebody gave me, hey man, I got this really attractive woman. She loves gingers. You should say hi to her. It'd be nice.
Yeah. He parlayed it. He's like, "Go talk to her. She like you." Talk to her. Yada yada. It was on the way to the hood we used to walk to, because we used to go back to the hood because that's where he was from. So like he parlayed this, like, "Go talk to her. She like you." And then like I'm texting her, I'm calling her, and like we talking on the phone and shit. And he like parlayed and told me what to say to get her to come over. And then like he made sure that my aunt Debbie wasn't there and shit. And then I got cheeks. Summer before 6th grade.
That's pretty young, man.
Yeah, we latchkey kids. In our generation, people was doing nasty shit. His parents was never home. Everybody was working. We was doing. I think the first sexual encounter I had, I was like in the 3rd grade. Like people was doing nasty shit in our generation.
I've watched someone fumble a guaranteed box session, and it was It was very sad, man, because there was 4 of us that were all there for him. Like we didn't want to go to this thing. It ended up being cool anyway, but we all had our role. But majority of the time, it was strictly for our man. I
want to repay you for saving me from that.
Smash Con.
I want to repay you for saving
Oh,
me
you
from that
smashed that
octopus.
smash con?
I can help you use this hot air balloon,
How
but you'll
apropos.
need to bring back someone from
Nah,
each
nah,
of the
nah,
other
nah.
worlds
He
first.
should have. Nah, I did not. I was playing the game.
Oh, you was locked in.
Yeah, because see, this was a time where if you got around the right people, you could hang out with the host in the hotel with some of the top players.
You could go pro and shit.
Yeah,
You was there to network.
Well, nah. I got involved with the right people at the right time. My man Perch, he was a good player, and he knew some other Bayonetta players, and they were gonna have a after party in their hotel, and there was a couple other people there, but
I heard people be getting cheeks at Smash cons, but I also hear it's a lot of grooming and pedophilia in the Smash community. Wasn't like a big expose in the Smash community about all these Smash girls that was like,
yes sir, Captain Zach.
There definitely was.
What do you say, bro?
What, Captain
It's
Zach?
win matches. Yeah, well, yeah. It's win matches.
Oh my God! He said, "I need to win by 2 stops, and if I don't, then I'm gonna let everyone know that you glurp and gargle your cock."
That's out of pocket. Who did that? What kind of black girl is that?
We'll tell you about it.
We can see in the video, bro.
Well, we'll show you. All right, so we're at this.
Send me the
this
video.
Smash Con,
Oh, no, I don't want to see no video of that.
No. It's not. They're not doing it. It's just they make fun of it. But so I'm at Smash Con. I'm in this hotel lobby with the cool player. They got a bunch of vodka and stuff. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be over here, Perch. I'm gonna be playing the game. There was this really drunk gay guy. He was going crazy. His partner was trying to tell him to relax, but he didn't because he was drunk and he was good at the game, so he fell away. So I was playing with him and this other girl named Lauren. And then my man, who we were there for, we're supposed to try to get the cheeks for this girl. Her tag was Big Titty Goth Girl, and she was a vendor at the event, so she sold like art and stuff.
Quite wholesome.
So yeah, but she looked bust, so I don't know how he didn't get it, but I guess it just came down to he didn't have any game, and she tried to throw him as many hints as possible. He just couldn't seal the deal, and we end up leaving. And yeah, he fumbled that night. The thing that you were talking about, where there was a bunch of people that were sleeping around, and at SmashCon, it may not happen anymore, but it definitely happened a lot, especially in the Smash 4 days. But this particular instance, there was this guy, his name was Captain Zach, and
no, I think we should just show. You know what?
You gotta find it because I don't know. I don't know where it is.
I know where it's at. I know where it's at because I saved it. But Baron, please, we gotta show you the video, bro. We gotta show you the video. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy.
It one of that when somebody exposed the Smash community? It's like one of the little
video
documentaries.
After it, they made fun of it.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this, Josh. Because I know you know. It's basically low tier God explaining what probably happened to Captain Zach and the dude that he was sexually extorting.
Low tier God is hilarious.
If you know who he is, he tells a detailed story about what happened, and it is the funniest shit in the world.
Somebody just said on my live, I give them LTG vibes.
Yes, sir.
What's LTG?
Low tier
God, bro.
He just says that he's probably like super.
Hold on, Baron. Come on, Baron. You gotta watch it, bro. Please. Can you do it, please?
Do what?
Watch the What's Your God video of Captain Zach. Yes, no,
I mean, I
maybe so.
I can see if I can pull up on YouTube or something.
Okay, I'm gonna post it in your chat, in your Twitch chat.
Okay.
Gosh, dude. Dumbass
All right,
kid.
it's in your chat, nigga. Josh, you gotta tune in when he got it, or when he pull it up, nigga.
Mhm.
Oh my
I can't wait.
man.
I probably just pull up the video separately because I don't want to hear the Discord.
Damn, that nigga just hit me.
What happened?
What happened? What do you mean what happened?
All right, here it is.
Says Zach blackmailed Ally. He decided to rat, or he said Zach blackmailed Ally, made him throw matches on his placement so he could do better. Ally didn't. Zach came out with the relationship. Damn. I mean, I thought it was a fruit roll up.
I didn't even see that nigga.
Crazy. So basically, he sacrificed his adolescent ass to be blown open, both cheeks spreaded.
All right, Josh, tune in now, nigga. It's happening. It's happening now, nigga.
All to throw some smash matches? And Ally took the bait over hot adolescent male cheeks? Oh, I thought he was a lot smarter than that. Damn, that was actually smart of Zach, though. He said, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice my ass for this.
This is crazy.
He literally put his ass on the
Man,
line.
that's
It's
like
crazy.
the ultimate version of like trying to get clout. Damn. This man literally put his ass on the line.
I want to see this too now.
Wow, that's crazy. This dude blackmailed him with... He gave him some ass and blackmailed him about it. That is...
I'm sorry, this sounds so terrible.
Yo,
This is
Lil
so
Dear
nasty.
God is a menace.
he gave him some ass and blackmailed him about it. That's the wildest shit I've ever heard in my life.
He said he literally put his ass on the line.
Oh my god, I feel bad for laughing.
Nuts. I've never heard something so crazy in my life. Like, from a guy. Like, you know, chicks do that all the time. Like, shit happened to R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, all that. They stop paying these bitches, and now all of a sudden they rape them. But damn, to do it over some smash matches? That's crazy.
So he got smashed for smash matches.
Yes.
All right, yo.
This man said, you know what?
But it was a little kid.
I want to win my matches.
And he was the extorter.
He was like, you know what?
The
Here's
little
what he
kid
did.
was the extorter.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Now, let's just say
man.
this
That's
is
why I don't like
metaphorically speaking.
That's why I
This
would
isn't
never let
about
my kids, and I
Zach
didn't want
or
my little
Ally.
brother.
Let's just
I used to
have a little
monitor
bit
my
of,
little brother
act
in like
like these are
gaming
two
spaces
totally
and shit,
different
bro.
people,
Because
right?
there's some creeps.
This is neither one of those guys. He's like,
Still,
I place a
it's
lot,
still
but
weird.
I want to. It's just not enough. Like, I want to be known as one of the greatest Smash players, and I want to be beating Ally while doing it. Oh, you know, he started to befriend Ally, you know, shit like that. Probably caught him in the back.
Caught him in the back.
My bad. This isn't about Ally or Zach.
I know he not role playing.
You know, he probably.
I know he not
befriended him.
role playing how to interact
He
with.
probably caught him in the back,
Yeah, he's
vulnerable,
doing
getting
it,
a
bro.
soda or something like that.
He's over exaggerating.
Caught him in the back getting a soda. I wonder what kind of soda it was.
At a tournament at a vending machine. You know, caught him getting a soda and a Twix. He's like, you know what? I have a proposition for you. What proposition is that?
Oh, I can't, bro.
I want
I
you to drop
can't,
your
bro.
pants
It's the
right now.
voices.
What do you mean you want me to drop my pants? You know I have a girlfriend. I mean, she gives you blowjobs, but have you had one of these kind of blowjobs before?
Diabolical.
Oh my god, like, why are you doing this to me right now? Like, I just came to get a soda and a Twix. Hold up. He was like, why are you doing this to me right now? Like, I just came back here to get a soda and a Twix.
Oh my god. All right, we good, man. He said, "Why you doing this to
And
me
the-
right now?" I She came back in to get a soda and the Twix.
I just came back to get a soda and a Twix. My girlfriend's waiting for me.
He said, "Have you had one of these?"
A
kinds of
soda and a
blowjobs?"
Twix is a sugar crash. This dude's a piece of shit by his dietary choices. A soda and a Twix, they don't even go together. They don't even go.
No, we gotta keep going because we gotta get to the ruler part. We
Oh, yeah,
gotta
you gotta
get
get
to the ruler part.
That's the
No, we
best
gotta
part.
we gotta get to the ruler. We gotta get to the ruler part. That's the part where the thing takes off.
Yeah, that's. He said that like Stephen A.
Oh,
Smith.
you close it out, you bitch ass nigga. Oh man,
You
very
did,
stuck,
you did
nigga.
sound like Stephen A. Smith. You did sound
Oh
like
my god, nigga.
That's the part where it takes off.
That's the
where it
part
takes off.
where you know you become a champion.
He decided to rat or
Keep playing it, Baron. Come on, nigga. Don't be that guy. I know you're gonna be that guy.
Okay, how about
Put
just
that
get to
shit
that
back
part?
on.
I think he done,
Just
yo.
skip to that part. Just tell him to skip to that part.
You know,
Skip to that part. That's the
bitch
best part
ass
of the whole
nigga,
thing.
man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
he said Zach blackmailed Ally, made him throw matches on his placement so he could do.
What's the timestamps for the part?
He was like,
No, yeah, keep putting it back up.
Just tell him to skip to
"Why are you
it.
doing this to
So
me
that we
right
can
now?
get
Like
to
I
the-
just came back here to get a
No.
soda
We
and a
gotta
Twix.
get
Like,
to
my
the
girlfriend's out
opener.
there
No,
waiting.
man, he's not gonna watch it. Just tell him to get to the root.
He says no, he's not gonna watch it.
No. He's already here. He's already here.
I mean, of course I've had a blowjob. Like, why are you asking me this?
Get about
question?
yeah. 3
I
minutes
want
in,
to
nigga.
experience my blowjob. And then for some reason, he just magically goes like this. Hold on, where's this straw? So you see, he just magically goes and just pulls a blow pop out magically out of his mouth. Like, now you don't know where this blow pop came from, now did you? Now imagine what I can do to your cock. Blow pop disappears. Pushes him against the soda machine.
Here's the ruler for
And
okay.
it's just it's like,
I can't even concentrate on the game.
fuck, what are you doing? Like, stop. Like, stop. I only got like 60 seconds. You know what? Fuck it. I got like 2 minutes. Hurry up. Like, fuck. I only got like 5 minutes. Oh, shit. Alright, fuck it. Turn over. Then from that point on,
This is crazy.
that point on, he just turned them over. Just spread it both ass cheeks. Said, fuck it.
Why is he making that voice? Fuck it. Why is he making that voice?
That's how he sounds. Captain Zach is a gay guy.
Stared at it for a second. He's seen a couple
Hold
of
up,
like
we almost
little-
there, yo.
He's seen like some hair on the asshole and a couple little dookie turds. Because, you know, most people don't clean their ass correctly. But he just moved it to the side, wiped it with his jacket, and said,
Fuck it.
And he basically just kept spreading and busting his cheeks open to the point where he got hooked on his cheeks. And then, oh boy pulled out his magic wand and said, ha, now that you've had a sample, you are going to throw matches. If you don't throw my matches, I'm going to let everybody know that you fucked me. Wait a minute.
Okay, all right.
No, we not done, nigga.
Hold on a second. I never asked how old you were. That was the trick now, wasn't it?
Wow.
You never knew how old I was. But you still decided to spread my cheeks open and fuck, now didn't you? I didn't even clean my ass properly that day, but you still fucked. Now, I want you to throw my matches. When I play you, I want to win by 2 stocks. I'm going to save some of your humility. I want to win by 2 stocks. If I don't win by 2 stocks, I'm letting everybody know how I glurped and gargled your cock. And after that,
Fucking ruler twirl.
I'm gonna let everybody know you fucked me. So we're going to match up in the brackets, and tonight, throw your matches, or it's over for you. I'm not fucking throwing my fucking matches. Like, fuck, this guy's gotta be fucking joking. Like,
This is crazy. This is like literally insane.
he clearly gave me consented ass and consented head.
Oh gosh.
I'm not throwing my fucking matches. Boom, boom, plays, bodies everybody.
Yeah, that shit was nasty.
Boom, fuck it, hell yeah. 3 stocking everybody.
There is like
Old boy
just getting
sits down
through it
next
right
to
now.
him. He twirls his wand in his
But
face.
my man said verbatim,
Says, the fuck am I
I'm letting everybody know
ends up 3
how I
stocking
worked
him.
and gargled your top.
Old boy gets up,
Oh my
Blurb
gosh.
is a-
whispers in his
Blurb
ear.
is a
Everybody
crazy
thinks he's
verb.
saying good games.
Glurp.
He whispers in his
and
ear.
gargled your top.
The crazy thing is, I didn't know that Nairo was like doing like gay.
serious about this. I thought that maybe like
You know, we don't know. It's crazy. You just don't know people. You know what I'm saying? You really don't know them like you think you do. And I'm like, damn, you really was doing crazy, going like that with Captain Zach?
Hey, you want to know what the sad part? You want to know what the sad part about the whole thing was? Was that Captain Zach was excited that he basically sucked Nairo's dick, and he said
Oh, yeah.
verbatim, "I got that dick. I'm a god. Who can stop
Yeah,
me now?" He got high with that shit.
He was super flamboyant, but like when it came to that guy couldn't be stopped. Smashers are horny too.
It's a different time, man.
I mean, we can already know that the dude was gay because Josh, this nigga, one plays Bayonetta, which isn't gay, but the fact that this man used to go out of his way to do Bayonetta dance moves, and if you know Bayonetta dance moves, you know that niggas doing Bayonetta dance moves must be extremely lumber to do. Just
I
like
mean,
he was
let
hitting every
everybody-
dance move.
I mean, he let everybody know, like, because he was really good at the games. He let everybody know. He was like Sonic Fox. Like, he let everybody know. And, I mean, it wasn't a secret or anything like that, but it was just like, Captain Zach being Zach again.
Yeah, he's like this feminine side.
It was just like, it was a shock when we were like, the person he was going crazy on was someone we didn't expect.
But anybody
Hey, then
really has a high chance of being, you know, a little funny.
A little funny is the best way to say that.
He didn't give off the
A
vibe.
little kooky.
He was. He didn't give off the vibe he was. That's for sure.
How old is
I
he?
mean, Captain Zach was at like 15?
Captain Zach, at the time, he was like 17.
And which one was Captain Zach? The one with the ruler?
Captain Zach was the one with the glass. Well, the one with glass. The one who glurped and gargled. That was Captain Zach.
And who was the
Mine
other
with the
one?
ruler, yeah. The one with the ruler was Captain Zach. That was the guy with the ruler.
Who was
Captain
the
Zach. The
other
other guy, that was Nairo. That was no.
he?
That was some other dude. That was Captain Zach's boyfriend at the time. Yeah, Ally.
How old was
That
he?
was that nigga. I was like 20?
Oh man.
28?
Yeah, he was like damn near 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, there goes another one.
25, 24.
Actually, let's look at it right. Actually, I'm gonna look at Captain Zach.
Smash Wiki.
I
mean,
used to like
Captain Zach
watching
was going on.
the low tier esports documentaries. Like, who was his beef? When he was beefing in
Viscont?
Yeah, I think it was. Was it Tekken? I think they were beefing in Tekken, or was it Street Fighter? I think it was Street Fighter.
It was Street Fighter.
Yeah, those videos were legendary. That was a different time, man.
You're gonna want to come back at me, and you're gonna want to wash the teeth of my dick out of your mouth.
That was the attitude era of Street Fighter.
He's like, you know what? In real life, this is not a game. I don't, bitch. I you as low tier God. That was cool for a bit. I wish they did that Tosh.0 thing that he was rumored to do. That would have been dope.
Yeah, but DJ, you said something earlier, and I want to point to. Yeah, most guys from our neighborhood, that area, they was living in Virginia. They're like 12, 11, 13.
That's news to me.
I was very late to the party. Very late to the party.
Because
parents were never home.
Never could see how you could even get to that point at well, in my experience. I mean, I know it's shocking, but in my environment, like there was no way you could even know about it first and then try to like do it at 12 years old in where I was living, and so that's why it took me so long. I'm like, damn, my brother got it before me, my sister got it before me. I'm like, jeez, man, this is crazy.
Now that you're older, you like. Now that you're older, you kind of realize it didn't even matter when I got it. It's really it's just like, it's not even that big of a deal, but it's like the world to you when you're young.
Yeah, because it's just like everybody's getting it, everybody's doing it, and I'm not.
I used to feel the exact same way, but then I realized STDs exist, and I know them niggas don't wrap up, so I know their dick's on fire right now.
Yeah, they don't be opening condoms that Baron gives them.
Nah, nobody was really getting that. Nobody was really getting that.
Also,
just young people. Young people.
To answer your question, Captain Zach was like 15 during that time.
Uh-huh.
How old was the other person?
The ally was like 24.
How boy not in jail?
Hold on, let me look this up even more. I'm guessing.
Well, I can tell you what happened. Like, I don't know if they went to jail, but what ended up happening was, so all that stuff comes out. The throwing matches was a real thing that he did because he was like, oh, dude, you can't like tell anybody.
Okay,
so there would be tournaments he would go to, and then he eventually had to get dropped from his gaming sponsorship, and then he couldn't like participate. He couldn't like go to tournaments.
He was 28. 28.
Damn, he's 28. That nigga like 40 now.
But he's 34. But yeah.
Yeah, he eventually had to stop playing.
What about the kid that blackmailed? What happened to him?
He also had to stop playing because
they both should be penalized. Like he's wrong, but
yeah, they both got penalized.
Okay.
They both got penalized for what they did, and they had to do a whole investigation. The Evo took Smash Brothers out of the lineup for like the foreseeable future because of stuff like this. Also, Captain Zach was a problem even before then. Then there were some other people that were involved.
Who's Captain Zach? Is Captain Zach the one that blackmailed? Like, which one was Captain Zach?
It was a 15-year-old.
No, Captain Zach is the white guy. Is the white guy.
Yeah.
He was the white guy.
I don't know.
Captain Zach was the blackmailer. He was the blackmailer.
Okay, yeah, that's what I. Okay, so he was the one that was blackmailed.
Oh, he said he was a black male. I was like,
no, I said like, no.
He thought you literally met a black male.
No, I was talking about the one that.
Oh, you meant like the firm black man. Okay, yeah, Captain Zach is the one who blackmailed Ally. and did what he did, and then you know, all that stuff. So Ally had to stop competing. He got dropped from his team. Captain Zack stopped competing. He got dropped from his team. Nairo stopped competing. He got dropped from his team, but he still does YouTube because he got the lawyers and stuff figured out. So he's chilling. Like he's not. He was like a victim. So basically, as long as he doesn't compete, he's good in the eyes of the law.
I feel like we're burying the lead here a little bit. I mean, yeah, he cheated, but I think the more important part of this, with the crux of this, is that he clapped a 15-year-old's cheeks.
Nairo?
Why is this dude in jail?
Oh well, I think when
the Smash community handled it, it was like a cult. They handled it internally.
I don't know, cause see, Nairo, I don't know if Nairo smashed. But it don't think it would matter.
No. Nairo just got some top, and then he was in a way.
Still statutory.
I don't know if that matters.
Nairo was still statutory. Nairo was tipsy, and then my man Captain Zack was feeling all on the meat. So he did what he did. Doesn't justify it, but he did what he did, and fucked up.
Chris Hansen thing where you gotta know.
I'm very conflicted. I'm a little conflicted by this now.
I don't really know. I don't know. I don't really know.
But I don't think
like
none
the
of us.
Nairo.
I don't think none of us have the answer to the question I have.
But the Ally and all those guys, they should. They definitely are probably doing some time. I don't know about Nairo. I don't know because he's out there on YouTube.
Well, if you're on YouTube, he's probably not doing time. But was he aware of the kid's age?
I don't think so.
He had to have been, because wasn't the other kid like a prominent person in the community?
Was the Black Miller a prominent person in the community?
Yes, but not to like Nairo's level. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you know who the people in the bracket are.
What I mean is like he wasn't hanging around. Like he wasn't at the, like he wasn't hanging with him until like a few tournaments. You know what I'm saying?
But he would have known dude's age. Like he would have known him enough to get an idea. I don't think this dude's an adult.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think he knew something like that, especially when it got to that. But not as much as Ally and Captain Zack.
They were clapping too.
Captain Zack and Ally were apparently dating at the time.
Yeah, they were dating. They were sending each other messages.
But a 15-year-old was dating somebody that was older.
Yep.
I hear that's a lot. I hear also the women in the Smash community be grooming and dating younger guys.
Yeah, my man, that's Shinpon dating
that never gets out. It's usually just guys.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, that was.
Is this a safe space to ask a question?
Yeah.
What does grooming mean? What does that actually mean?
I don't know.
It's like when you have like a younger person and you engage in like an emotional, like psychologically manipulative relationship with them to kind of keep them in your back pocket until they're of age, and then you fuck them.
Oh, you saw the Cineplex.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I think that's like one of the only times that's happened. But usually, like guys get their girls taken by other Smash players, but I've never. Besides the Cinepod thing, I've never seen
any
girls.
that because I hear that word. I hear that term a lot, and I don't.
It's misused often,
and I don't be knowing exactly which, because like if an older guy is dating a younger person, it doesn't always mean that they were groomed. Is my point. So I'd be like, or like cohorts, if that makes sense. Like sometimes they just younger person. So I don't be knowing.
It's just that if you were a part of their life and was like actively like in contact with them before they were of age, it's often considered grooming.
Or like if like for instance like say like one of your mom's friends was always around and saying like, oh, you're cute, oh, he's so handsome, and then like when you turn 18 she tried to fuck you. It's like she would have technically she was grooming you.
She was waiting for a chance.
Yeah.
Is grooming active or could it also be passive?
I think most of the time when it's considered bad is active, but passive like if you are like if she was like if she was like you're cute, she saw you occasionally, and then you like 28, and then you run into her and you knock her cheeks down. That's not really considered grooming, but like when it's active,
like when they're they're literally plotting on. Oh, he about to be over.
Exactly, it's the plot. Like they're psychologically manipulating you. They keeping you in the back pocket. They keeping you in their orbit.
Okay. That sounds. Cause I just chat. I swear to God, I'm not trying to be an asshole. No, I be really trying to understand all these things, and I try to be careful with it too. Cause I know it's sensitive, but I really don't be knowing all this stuff. I be really like, hold up, what do they mean by that? What does that mean? And I typically don't say nothing because as a heterosexual male, we don't really get a chance to say anything in that situation. We almost just have to just go with it, or we're gonna be looked at like, huh? Well, you're co-signing. It's like, no, I really don't be knowing. I really don't be knowing the ins and outs, the nuances, the verbiage, what the verbiage mean.
No.
I don't.
Like Drake was trying to groom Millie Bobby Brown.
Thank you, Josh. Told you, niggas. Believe me, I know what I was talking about. Ain't no reason why a grown ass man talk to a 14-year-old girl like that. It's kind of weird, man.
I mean,
I don't know.
like I said,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't know anything about that, but I'm just saying, like, it's not a normal 14-year-old person. For sure, he wasn't like intentionally trying to like do anything crazy. She's an actress. In the show he produces.
No. She's not an actress from a show he produces. She's a child actress from a show that's very popular.
And he like
now. Yeah,
it's not the Euphoria thing you were talking about earlier?
No, it's Stranger Things.
No. Drake produces for Euphoria.
Oh.
But she's not in the show because she'll be underage. She'll be like, I mean, granted, that
Millie Bobby Brown's not in Euphoria. She's in Stranger Things, right?
Yeah. Now, granted, Euphoria got a lot of, pedophilia in it. But, that's just,
It doesn't matter. Euphoria is a non-talking point in this subject. She's not in Euphoria. She's no. Yeah, Drake isn't a producer on her show at all. He just likes Stranger Things, and he.
He likes Stranger Things. Yeah.
Okay, I get it now, but that's just what I'm trying to make sure we understand. It's not that he went to this like a freaking middle school, started talking to a random 14-year-old. This is like someone in the Hollywood industry.
Yeah, but there's still the question of like this is still a minor, even though she's like a professional working minor in Hollywood. Like there's still a level of professionalism you have to maintain when you're talking to like a minor, right? You can't be talking to her. It's kind of weird when you're talking to her about boyfriends and sex and stuff when she's a minor and you're like an older man that is DMing her on social media. It's still weird.
Now, unless you're like her like dad or like a really, really close family member that she trusts, that there are things that can be, put in place for these things to make sense. But when you're just, Drake and or, Millie Bobby Brown, just two, people in two different kind of industries, and everything that you interact with her with just bears no fruit. Like, what are you talking to her? Like, unless you're trying to get her in a show, you're trying to cast her in a show, or you want her in a video for whatever you do, then that makes sense. But when there's nothing coming forward, what's all on there?
I just want to say, there's two things I want to say. Is that's a play people do. Celebrities will do at times. Like I want you in a show, I want you in a video. Like that's a play rappers use. Just putting it out there that if a rapper was saying that wouldn't that, and this ain't got nothing to do with Drake. The point I'm making.
It's
Like
the Weinstein tactic.
Like rappers will do that. They'll, hey, I got a video shoot. They show up and there ain't no video shoot. Like the rappers do that. Rappers 100%, not all, not most, but there are some that have used that as a play. That's the first time I'm gonna say, like, I know that for a fact. But the other thing
the Nickelodeon thing?
No, that's something totally different. Like that's something.
Oh, okay.
But like they'll use that as a play. Like it won't even be nothing like I don't even want to say that word because TikTok.
Rap video girls.
Yeah, like it'll be like, damn, rappers have used that as a play before. So even if he was communicating, like if they was communicating on that type of time, it don't mean that it really was. I got to see like a contract, a potential. I got to see something in writing. But I'm also super careful with putting labels on people unless I know for a fact it was that. I'm just careful with that because once you got that on you, that's a hard thing to shake off. So I'm like super. I don't put it with nobody's name unless I know it to be a fact. I just don't because I'm like, bro. Like,
that's what I was.
Your game camera, if you like.
When it first came out, I was like, like I was kind of where DJ was and shit. Where it's like, she's a professional actress, kind of like her. This is gonna sound weird, but I'm not even gonna get into that. So she's a professional actress and engaging with other celebrity type shit. I was like that. I was like, it's a little weird that Drake's like messaging and talking to her about this. It is a little strange, but it could be some Hollywood shit. I don't know. But once the shit came out about like how many like sex offenders he had at his camp, that's when it started to become like a little bit more sus to me.
Wait, hold on. Now, not only that, Josh, but also that he's been doing this kind of behavior to multiple people. Then it's like, hold on, why you doing so much then? If you don't, why are you doing this so much then? Like, and DJ brought up a very good point. He's like, you are Drake. You can get any girl in the world. So why are you following specifically high school basketball girls when there's a whole slew of college girls that you could follow that are underage and look just as, if not better, than the high school Jones? So what are you doing? Are you
doing that?
Yeah. So now I asked the question. So I was like, okay, so are you like giving them like scholarships for the team or something, or for like the college? You're not doing that. Okay. Well, are you like, trying to make your own league and like do something like that? Okay, so you're not doing that. Then why are you doing this then? Why are you talking to him then? Like where is it like, because like, if you're gonna do these kind of things, there has to be a goal here. And the goal that that people usually set doesn't align with what you're doing. So what are you doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Like, now, I'm not saying that, you got ulterior motives, but you can't expect niggas to not say, oh yeah, you're doing this, when niggas have, when niggas don't really specify why they're doing it. And I brought up the whole scenario of John going, of me and DJ seeing John at a gay bar. And the first time, we're like, yo, John, how'd you get here, bro? He was like, oh man, I got turned around. I was meeting a girl here, and then I know I got played. But then we see John there again, and it's like, oh, bro, what happened? I think here a second time. He was like, hey, man, I lost my keys here, man. I had to go find it. If you see me there a third time,
he was like, what are you doing here? He's like, the guys are nice here, and they buy me drinks, okay? I like the attention.
Their wings are nice. Their wings are nice.
Like it gets to a point where it's like, bro, just say what it is.
I just want to feel desired, I'm not gay or anything. I'm not gonna sleep with anybody. It's just they're nice and they buy me drinks. They really take the time to get to know me. They ask me questions and how's my day.
Yeah.
like that.
I don't want to be the guy that's always trying to like make a case for Drake or something, but I gotta always,
these
like I said, these daiquiris are crazy. No, but it's just like I try to be consistent with making sure people don't just go right with the accusation, because they did the same thing with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is a big guy. He has a lot of money. People are after it.
Yeah, it turns out he was actually just weird.
I wouldn't even say weird. I think he was just robbed of a childhood. Like a motherfucker.
I think I call it weird. I call it weird, but I don't think it's bad. I think it's just he's just a little weird.
I just think that when someone says something about someone that has a lot of influence, and then people start to believe it, then it's like, what are you supposed to say to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if Drake is messaging Millie Bobby Brown and doing the whole thing with the basketball thing, it's just like, this guy does have a lot of influence. Are people just saying this because they don't like Drake? Or are they saying this because of the whole Kendrick beef thing? Or so people have reasons as to why they just want to throw things in the air. And then enough people say it, some of it could stick and it'll bother you. So, and I try to make sure, like what Baron said, if it's not like if there's no real,
if it's not concrete
evidence,
or I don't see a whole bunch of
it's not
motherfucking smoke,
I don't be one to label. It's the same thing they did with Michael, and I didn't believe any of that. But he ended up having to, suffer through that for the rest of his life, knowing he was, innocent.
But the other thing I'll say is I'm not in the industry. Well, I am an artist, right? But I'm not in the industry. I'm not around the big wigs. I don't know how them people move and operate. I know I wouldn't move a certain way because I know how it can look. I know that for me personally. It's certain things I just wouldn't do because I know how that shit gonna look. It could look really strange. And
especially in today's climate,
like it just looks strange. Yeah. And you can have the best of intentions. You can have pure intentions, nothing wrong. And if somebody think it look away, then it oh my god, man, I've seen that happen before. And so I'm just real careful with that, man, because some of these labels you get on you, man. Once you got them on you.
Yeah, if you're not donating to charity, it's pretty much like, what are you doing this for?
Yeah. Like even teachers who arguably have more justification for interacting with young people, they set clear boundaries on what they'll discuss with students. No matter how close the relationship is, they know what's appropriate and what, for the most part, they know what's appropriate and what's not appropriate.
Yeah. Okay. And then you get the hot teacher that sleeps with the student.
I had a teacher that I was really cool with named Mr. Mendez. The second I started to bring up things like sex, he was like, all right, cut that out.
Yeah.
And I'm a man. I was a boy, I was a 16-year-old man. And it's man to man.
I'm a 16-year-old man.
Yeah, I was a man, dude. I was a man at 16, dude. It's you know what we look like, BJ. We was men at 16. I was trying to bust down my teacher. I was.
I was 12 at 16. I didn't look like a man until about 22.
All right, you know what I looked like. I had a beard in the 7th grade.
You had a whole beard in 7th grade. I look every bit of a 13-year-old at 16. I didn't look like I belonged in high school.
He was a mean-faced 13-year-old.
Yeah. Speaking of which, go get that Wartime by Jack Jackson Jr. on Spotify now.
Facts.
I'll put it like this though. It was growing up in the hood, in which time, and D, if you was in the hood, you would have been in that time, so you would have seen everything we're talking about.
I was there for a brief period of time, but this was the South.
No,
so I don't know if it could
you
really.
would have grew up in the hood. Being there briefly is
one thing,
but growing up there is a whole nother thing. And growing up in the hood in the era, because you're a part of that era, you're a part of the back end of it, but you're a part of it, in terms of age and it just was different. And certain things that are considered crimes today were not crimes at that time. They were not crimes at that time. And
like what?
Oh man,
Vince McMahon.
The male to female interaction. Some of the interactions then were completely to say certain things then was completely looked at totally different. Totally.
Bro, we used to play Catch a Girl, Freak a Girl, bro.
Totally.
I mean, I never I never played that.
Yeah,
I never.
I played it, but I ain't
That
never.
was
I mean, I did.
no. We never played that, BJ. But people play.
No,
I liked it, and I loved it. Don't do it again.
No, I played it.
For the on the record, we never participated in catch a girl, freak a girl.
Like I played it, but I know I didn't freak nothing.
They would run from you. They would run from you. The worst is when somebody would play catch a girl, freak a girl, and then like the girls Loki wanted to get caught by the guy they like. It was just like an abstract roundabout way to engage with someone you like. But the worst thing is when you would chase the girl and she'll be dicking it. That was the worst.
And you ain't catching nothing, right? But like I said, I was late to the party, man. Like when I was 12 years old, there was a girl, actually the dying cousin, wanted me to.
Allegedly.
No, we ain't gonna do that. I was 12, she was 14. Everything, we both was young as shit. But she was like, her 14 wasn't like my 14. It was my 12. Her 14 was like 20. My 12 was like 10. And she's like, come on, like you keep talking like you want it. Come on. I said, come on.
There's
what?
a lot of pedophile girls in the hood, man.
I said, come on, what? She said, come on. I said, I don't know about that. And I froze up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't had nothing for it.
Aaron said,
"Oh, you ain't hit him. You wasn't T'Challa. You was T'Challa. I never freeze. You froze up like T'Challa.
Froze up like beans, baby."
Stop it, DJ. Stop it, please, please.
No, because she was. You said your dying sister, Jay's sister, right?
His cousin, his little cousin.
Some of them was too. There was like a thing like when you were a young man and like some girls were like so sexually aggressive that you wouldn't even know how to respond.
Like it was like it was a different time. Like she was like super. Hold on real quick. Hold on, y'all.
And the cats got you, huh?
Also, certain words, man, like just didn't know they were a problem until later.
That's why I will always say if I was in Philly, I would have never went 5 years being single. It wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't have happened. And I probably would have a kid right now, because the women in Philly are much more aggressive than women out here. Women out here want you, they'll like you, and they'll show you ways in which they like you. And in Philly, they'll pull up on you, like they'll put it in your lap, like yo, what's up? And they catch you at that 1 a.m. That 1 a.m., that 2 a.m., that 11 p.m. Man, you having one of them lonely nights? Oh, yeah. So the women in Philly are much more aggressive. Like, much more aggressive.
Man. How much did you say a house in Philly was?
You can get a 2-bedroom apartment for $1,100.
Good old days.
I know, right?
I was terrified of it. I'm terrified.
Can't wait to go there and get me some.
It don't be worth it, bro. It normally comes with something. Either a badass baby dad that's trying to get her back for the last 10 years. Or something that you can't get rid of.
And he should always be mentally ill.
Basically lottery tickets.
Be mentally ill, bro.
That's what it is. It sounds like it's lottery. They don't want you until you are popping, and then it's superficial when they finally do give it to you.
I don't subscribe to that thinking, man. I really don't. I that like girls don't want you till you like popping or you already got it. I don't know, man. I think it really just depends on if you her type. People do just, and I think some people are. I think some guys are like a lot of women's type, and I think some guys are a good number of women's type. And I think some guys have very few women who are their type, and I think that reflects it because it's some nigga fucking a bitch on an air mattress, bro.
Like yeah,
like it really, like, let's be real. Like it's some dude getting neck on her lunch break, and her car. Like
I've done the air mattress, you know, but I think where it could come at is like
there's a chick getting knocked up on an air mattress that like somebody else is like begging to take on a date.
Begging to take on a date, bro.
Oh,
with more money, his own crib, a car. Like it really is relative.
But
I think what it is
I would say
because
some. I would say there's some women who are 100% like that. But I'm gonna be real. I don't think most women are like that because I don't think most women are thinking that far ahead. In terms of dating, like unless you're like a budding lottery pick, like they know you about to get drafted. But in that case, they gonna date you right then and there because they know you're about to get drafted. I guess I can give another example. Josh, I didn't tell you this, but on United Masters, my distribution, my DSP that releases on my music, they said I was a emerging emerging artist.
Hey, congrats!
Right, so if this was 2002, an emerging artist is already featured on is getting looked at by a major label. If I was like a different era, right? But we're in such an era now where there's so many rappers, it's easy for me to not I gotta keep climbing through, right? And so if it was more well known that someone was an emerging artist that's making headway, there might be women that's like, oh yeah, if he get there, I'm on him, right? But more than likely, when women see that you got potential like that, when they see that you're really about to pop off, they're gonna date you on the spot. They're not gonna wait. I don't think most women will wait on that. Now there are some women who will only talk to you of a certain status, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't like those women in the first place, so it doesn't matter. I have no interest in women who move like that anyway. So I don't know. I don't know. When I think about that, man, there are some women like that, but I don't think most women are like that.
Yeah, because most niggas getting cheeks it's not like they got a bunch of money. It's not like they getting drafted. It's not like they in the league. Like most niggas is getting pussy. It's just normal niggas.
But
it's just normal. It's normal niggas.
But I think the problem is that we look at the social media era that we're in and the entertainment era that we're in. It's very easy to see Castanet having chicks in the chat drooling over. It's easy to see that, so it's easy to make that assumption. But in reality, there's only one Castanet. There's only one Duke Dennis. For every Castanet, there's 1,000 other regular dudes. You know what I'm saying? That don't have so it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, there are guys who have it like that, but those guys are far and few in between. Most guys don't got a whole bunch of options like that. They got some. Some might got a small roster, but that's not the majority of guys. Majority of guys are just average dudes, bro. They're just average as fuck.
And they finding cheeks.
They got a couple chicks maybe. Some of them don't get cheeks. Some of them do. Like there's a bunch of Adams out there who ain't getting no cheeks. He funky. He look weird. He ain't getting no cheeks. And there's a couple average dudes that's getting cheeks. So it's like it's really guy to guy. I think the broad generalizations don't help the discussion.
Well, I see something like that. Something people, I could attest to why it's not a good idea to subscribe to thinking like that. But I can understand, for me, why someone would say that, because in my experience, I've seen. Well, not I've seen, but what's happened to me before is, you'll like somebody, and they'll say, can I take you on a date, yada yada. He's like, oh no, it's okay, I have a boyfriend, or it's not my type. And then you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then you see who they like or who they're with, and it's someone that is uber trash, and you just don't understand what their type could be. So that I can understand why someone would say something like that, because it's like there's no way you're with someone like that because you really like them. It's because they're either on the team or they're treating you terribly, but they're on the team, the star player on the team, or they get super good grades or something crazy. Not that it's a positive thing of thinking like that, but it's just like you see what they're working with, and it's sometimes it's like, really?
I
Okay.
mean, well, judging women's dating practices when you don't date what they date is a little hard. Assessing women's dating practices is hard because we don't date. Like, none of us here date men, so we don't know what they looking at. We don't know. Like, that's why you'll see a bad chick with a chunky white dude with a flannel, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? But she really love him. She love him to death. So it's like, I can't assess that. I don't know why, and it really ain't for me to know. So I just go, oh, man, I mean, whatever. Like, shit, as long as you can get what you looking for, I ain't worried about shit else nobody else know. I ain't worried about what no other man doing his business and what chicks he got and what I don't got. That's how you lose any goddamn way. You worry about what he got, and, you know. Plus, like I said, Philly's a tainted place, man. Philly's a tainted place. Love my city, love the people in it, some of them. But Philly's a very tainted place. Like, it was the most sexual place I probably will ever live in my life, unless I move to Vegas or Miami or some shit like that, which I won't. Unless I move to one of them places, Philly is by far the most sexualized place I ever lived. Like I met the most treacherous, aggressive women in my. I met so many women that will tell you they cheated on you and who they cheated on you with to your face. That was Philly for you. Rich, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, they'll go upstairs. They'll go upstairs with the bull during the party.
But they wasn't yours though. But yes, they was yours for the moment.
That shit was diabolical, bro.
No, I understand that.
That shit was diabolical. It was a couple months we was putting in work, bro. We went to go see For Colored Girls Only together. Like we had moments, bro. But we was hoeing too, so we can't get mad.
That's
Niggas so Tyler Perry for hoes. That's crazy.
They laughed during the grape scene.
That's crazy.
I've never been so embarrassed in my life because I think they were uncomfortable, and like there was a grape scene where the dude, but like he lasted like 3 seconds. He was like they were like, oh, after 3 seconds, 3 little strokes, and like they were just dying, bro, and like they ruined it for everybody in the theater, and then they were dying so hard that I started dying, and it was just terrible.
Man, y'all niggas. Look.
Strokes.
But I mean, I kind of got a story like that. There was this girl I was talking to at the time, because my homie set me up with her. Actually, it was kind of weird, because her name was Dominique. Now Dominique was this, she not chunky, but she got like a little pudge. But that
I never met a Dominique that wasn't a freak.
Oh my.
Actually, she kind of was a freak, but she had ass. That shit was, the kind of ass that when they put on jeans, how like the jeans like get stretched out on the side because she got so much hip to it. That kind of ass. Right? Now, what? Kanye horny as that. This nigga said you gotta show me.
Why did you ask what I said? If you knew
we need pics.
Yeah, bro. I don't even know if I can. Hold on, let me see if I can find her.
Listen, man, I was able to find Sarah. I know you could find this girl.
Well,
Sarah
I'm gonna see what.
All you gotta do is follow.
No one.
You guys haven't seen. She looks like without this.
I could find a joint that went upstairs with the bull. I could probably find her. Give me a second.
Yes, sir. That's what I like to hear.
I probably got signed in the
Let me
Facebook
catch
for
my
this. I ain't
breath,
used that shit in
and then I'll
years.
kick that other guy's butt.
Yeah, I'm about to do it, actually.
I haven't used Facebook in a decade.
I don't know her last name.
This Rhinoc is too big to charge.
Boom. I just looked into the chat.
Let me see if I can find it.
It's a really big spoon.
gonna look at my man.
I can hear it.
My man's following. Damn, this nigga follow Don McClendon? Okay.
That's
Not.
ridiculous.
Can I find this
Spyro.
bitch?
Each time a
I
fair
should call her a bitch. I'm sorry.
it means your progress.
Why you guys want to start saying, not saying it now?
Ain't no way. No wonder.
Just keep saying it.
Saying
I'm
what?
not gonna stop.
Hmm?
Bitch. You gotta say it all the time. Just keep saying it. See?
I mean, cause I don't know, being on live on stream ain't.
Man, I ain't worried about that.
For some reason, with
Play
me, they be
games
worried
with
about
it.
a lot of stuff, bro.
She had a little turkey too, right?
Thank you for rescuing our town. As
that
mayor,
mean?
I award you with one of our famous giant chicken
that?
eggs.
What does that mean?
I had a little turkey. You know what that means?
I'm
No, I
sorry.
don't. I'm from Canada.
What you think it means?
You're not gonna like the answer, but
No, what's the answer?
See, like, hey,
I'm gonna assume you mean like they have like something in their neck or something like that.
I can see how you could arrive
Hey,
at that
Spyro,
conclusion.
I
I
found
found
this gladiator training
got a
arena
nice
that
little
also
turkey.
makes for a.
Yeah,
bet
I can
you
see how
can't
you could
catch
arrive
on.
at that conclusion. That's kind of what they're most known for. But remember how? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's my go-to thought process. Like,
I posted the joint in general.
Neck.
Like if she got a little, if I say someone got a nice little turkey, it ain't got nothing to do with what they got in their neck.
Like their mouth, like their top game, or
If I say she
No,
got a
it's-
nice
it's
little
mean she
turkey,
got-
that's her butt.
I mean, she got ass, bro. I mean, she got ass.
Yeah.
oh, okay. Well, are you saying this girl right now? The girl in general has a little.
Yeah, she had a cake. That joint was crazy. Like she was
Oh,
so
okay.
slim.
Because I was like, I can't see it. 'Cause she doesn't look that all that trim.
Yeah, it was deceptive.
Wait, what year is this? What year is this?
That's
This is like-
2013.
okay.
The time we had was like 2010, but I'm not about to post some high school pics of the girl.
I mean, of course not.
Yeah,
But
it's like 2010, 2011.
I can understand.
Yeah. She's gorgeous though. Like she's really gorgeous. It's kind of like she was a hood joint. She didn't know it.
If I guess if it was like the transformation where she's like a Gabrielle Union, you know what I'm saying?
She's still bad though. She's still bad. She was Muslim though. She's still bad.
Ooh, well, that's I'm already out. She said Muslim.
She was Muslim back then though. She was just like Assalamu alaikum. But I think she like really in it now.
Well, I can't find her, so niggas fuck. Come
Come on,
on,
man.
But hold on. So
Be a cyber sleuth.
nigga, I'm not. I can't find this girl.
I found somebody from 2010, 2011, bro.
Her account
Exactly.
probably up, niggas. So I can't even find it.
He's not looking right now.
I am. I looked on niggas that I know that were fucking her
I thought
at the
about to
time.
say-
Can't find.
I think about to say I looked on niggas.com. I'm like, where the fuck is that?
Oh shit,
Like,
that's
what the
crazy.
fuck
There's a
is that?
directory of all black people on the internet.
I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Niggas.com.
Like, I'm like, what is that?
Kevin
bitch?
Hart.
I mean,
Are you
I'll
having
look on.
trouble finding a nigga?
Frogs.com.
Who the niggas.com? So you online directory of every nigga in the world. Can't find a
Bro,
nigga.
get taken off. Get taken off.
The nigga that she was laughing at the scene in Baby Boy where Snoop Dogg tried to, push on her. She said it was so funny to me. I don't know why. I was like, yeah. I think that was the last time I kind of talked to her.
Yeah.
that moment.
Sometimes people laugh because they're uncomfortable.
No, she was laughing because it was funny to her.
I did the worst.
Like I know, and people laugh from oh my god, that's so comical. Laugh.
I normally laugh before I do something really dangerous.
That's because okay, well yeah.
I normally get like this. It's a fucked up. It's a fucked up thing. It's a fucked up thing.
You be fucking sniggling and giggling and shit. Hey, you do something stupid.
No, we ain't. I'm talking about like I'm on some shit.
Hey, like a little fucking goblin.
Like I'm about to I'm on some demon shit. Oh yeah, I laugh if I.
All right, if you can catch all the lizards before time expires without wipe, go get him, Spyro.
Like that's like fucked up. So I don't know why. I don't know why I'm like that.
I don't know, nigga. Maybe they hug something.
Look at my life, yo. I'm a bit. See.
I remember when it started too. I remember when it started.
I'm faithful.
It started when I was like 13 years old. There was a shootout in Bloomberg. We was in a schoolyard. And the whole yard, they all ran. I didn't. I just sat back and laughed. And Josh cursed me out behind them. But I don't know why I sat back and laughed. To this day, I don't know. And ever since then, whenever like I'm about to be on some BS or do something dangerous, I laugh. Don't know why.
Okay, sorry, Punisher. No.
Somebody threatened me, I definitely laugh if somebody threatened me. I laugh hard as shit. Like, oh yeah, you really think you about to do that? Okay, watch this. It's not good.
Now I know what happens when you laugh on a record. You're beefing with somebody.
No. If I was really beefing with somebody, I don't think I would go on a song.
Like another rapper?
Like, what do you mean by beef? You mean like we dissed each
Rap
other on a
beef.
song? Okay, yeah, I'd do that.
Yeah, you would laugh on the beat. Like you would laugh.
But
Whoa, you can go for the course record now if you want. Whenever you hop on a skateboard, a timer will start.
But yeah, it's always super interesting to me. All that stuff is interesting. Yeah, I remember that day we was in the schoolyard, bro. I remember that shit. That's the day. Everybody ran. Yeah, that's the hood for you, though. That's the hood for you. I think I told you this story before. I know Josh knows it. The most egregious thing I ever saw in the hood was from a woman, and it's when she stopped dating the one homie and started dating the other one. And they were best friends.
Yikes.
That was the most egregious shit I probably ever saw. Yeah, by far. Cause the two homies was best friends. Like best friends. Like always
More,
with each
nigga.
other. Huh?
Not anymore, nigga.
No, they still good friends to this day. I don't understand how. It definitely ain't the same. But
Yeah, it's not. You probably don't share as much.
yeah, nah.
Hey, Spyro. There are Rhinox everywhere.
Alas, I have a lost.
So yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Ain't no way in hell. Yeah, I wouldn't fight none of my friends for doing something like that, but I wouldn't be cool with them no more.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't fight none of them. I wouldn't fight like if God forbid, and I know y'all wouldn't. If one of y'all did that, I wouldn't fight y'all, harm y'all. So I wouldn't be cool with that. Like that, something like that.
Yeah, they really like this kangaroo.
I like the penguin a little more. I ain't gonna lie.
Gotta see this kangaroo.
No, I think you see enough animal today.
That's not what I mean, man. Alright, you know what? I'm not even gonna watch this shit. Weirdo. Evil laugh.
The plan comes together.
Who do y'all think is the most believable rapper?
I don't listen to rap that much.
Eminem.
You said Eminem?
Eminem and Core.
Okay. I see where you're going with this.
Name me one nigga that talks consistently about him being a crusty ass, disgusting ass nigga. I don't know anybody that talks so poorly about themselves. But yeah.
I feel like vulnerable rappers like Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, and Drake are pretty believable.
Ain't gotta be vulnerable, but just real to what they say they are.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Those just happen to be two ones that are vulnerable. That examples of vulnerable rappers that I think are real.
I would say
Styles P.
I would say I figured you would say Styles P.
You know that's my favorite rapper.
Man, these are a lot of names right there.
I would say if I'm talking about gangster stuff, I'm gonna say either 50 Cent or Kevin Gates. If I'm talking about
Do it goes in your stomach? Yeah.
If I'm talking about vulnerability, I would have to throw Joe Button in there for vulnerability.
Welcome to the
Pump it up.
Ordinary Love shit was fucking
goated.
Goated.
Pump it up.
We
do it.
Yeah, bro. I swear to God, when we talk about Joe, we never talk about that. When I mention I never mention that, bro. Like I never mention that, bro. It's like
whenever I feel like I'm falling too much for a girl, I listen to Ordinary Love shit to remind myself to keep it fucking playing.
R&B.
That should be having me manufacturing arguments and problems in my relationship.
That's why I'm an R&B guy in terms of real and vulnerability. I listen to R&B.
Who your favorite R&B artist?
Jodeci.
I think I don't know. There's a lot. There's quite a few rappers today that are vulnerable in a sense, but the way they do it is like nasty. It's like a Philly cheesesteak from like the Bodega. Like when Joe did it in his time, when Drake does it, it's like polished. Like it's done with some class a little bit. Like some of these other dudes, they be like, that should be like, I hate my bitch. You like, I don't really want to hear it like you gotta bedazzle that up a little bit. I don't want to hear it like that.
When Joe Budden said you said she was filming a movie, but she was sucking off Derek Ward.
Oh my God. Oh my god, man. Yo, Feast laughed at that line every time. He said, yo, why he say it like that? He said, sucking on Derek Ward for.
He was so mad, bro. When he said that shit. He relived that shit, bro.
He said, was on the phone. I said Skype and you wouldn't. The
He
puzzles
won't.
start coming together and it's brutal. Won't Skype, Gmail chat, won't Uvu.
Won't Uvu.
He was, yo, you can tell he
That
was
shit was
telling
real.
you. Oh, he was telling you such a detailed story. I didn't believe nothing that chick said out of her mouth. After hearing
It
that,
was masterful.
I
It
didn't
was
hear
masterful storytelling, bro.
nothing she said after that mattered. I already knew what side I was on. Like I swear, bro.
Said muscle relaxers in the napkin got me thinking I killed Aspen.
Said, oh
I'm
God.
like, damn. That shit was so good.
He said, then I'm thinking we'd be dead a while, but we decided to reconcile. Oh my God! Listen, he was telling what a lot of what we go through in relationships: breakups, makeups, whole bunch of toxic BS, bro. I was like, man, shout out to Joe, man. He don't get enough credit for that. They like to act like he's the old grumpy guy that was never like that before. But a lot of the styles that we praise today, the vulnerability, he's one of the first ones to do it. He's one of the first to do it.
What?
Sorry, Joe, but
Marcos.
I'm gonna listen to that shit before the night over now.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna bump that joint tomorrow. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You know, I clean or something. I get some chores done.
I'm just.
And then like the crescendo. Yeah, and then the crescendo with like over the Novocaine beat, like it turns up as Frank Ocean's going off like and then like it gets and he starts to turn up emotionally. I was like, that shit gave me chills, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, I miss when Joe Budden was
y'all-
rapping. He would be so much bigger today because of the independent landscape and how much easier it is once you're established to be an independent artist. Oh my God,
Yeah.
he'd be even bigger today.
Did DJ and them ever hear that shit?
I don't think.
Oh, Joe Budden?
I don't think they ever heard that song. Rich
No,
might have heard it,
especially
but
not me.
Yeah, D wouldn't have heard that, but I think Rich might have. I'll put Rich on it. I think Rich will fuck with it. I think Rich will fuck with it. It'll, cause I mean, it
unlock something in me.
The first two Ordinary Loves are just general old head giving young man game. That's all they are.
Yeah.
The first two, and he's saying a lot of dope shit. The second one is the second one. The third one is the story. The fourth one is another story. That's the one about I think Tahiri. I think. And it's like, bro, this
Staring at the fattest ass, not fucking it. There's so many quotables,
bro. That boy right there, he's gifted, bro. Look, he's gifted.
Yeah.
Look.
I think my favorite line, one of my favorite lines, he was like, "For every fat ass, it's a nigga tired of fucking her." I was like, that's facts, bro. That's facts. Never pedestalize. It's just people.
Well, shoot. I'm not gonna say no.
I'll put y'all on it. I think it's one of the best rap series of all time. I really do. Like in terms of like,
I put it up to.
Like for me, it's definitely one of the. It's underrated because it's Joe. But if you gave those lyrics to Drake, and Drake rapped that, it'd be the best rap series of all time.
Oh my goodness, man.
If you give Drake those same lyrics, I mean the same exact lyrics, nothing different, it'd be the best rap. They would be like, this is the best rap series of all time. Because it's just authentically that good. It's just that good. So I was like, man, shout out to Joe for that, bro. That brother rapped his ass off on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I always wanted to have that moment. And I got bad relationships, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if I even have.
You got some shit. You got some shit.
I do.
You got some shit.
I gotta find the right beat and right moment to have that moment, if that makes sense.
Said you was studying, but you wasn't using your head.
Oh man, yeah, I would have some moments. I would have some moments.
You was in his dorm study, but wasn't using your head. Some shit like that.
Man,
The only thing I hear is, "Oh, keep going," and I hear nothing but the bid.
No. Wow. Wow.
Come on now, I'm improving here.
Oh my God, that'd be no.
You
But
feel free to use that.
But I'll say this. I'll say this. I've alluded to my relationships in songs, but I've never like really dove into them. And I'm not gonna lie, I would have thought by this point in time I would have done that, but I haven't. I haven't like dove into any of my relationships on the record. Not yet.
You
Anyway.
know what time it is.
Yeah, it's about
It's kind of like a revelation.
But I know it's coming. I know it's gonna happen. I just don't know when, and I don't want to rush it. I know when it's time, it's time. But when I hear that right beat, it's over. I'm gonna just do what I gotta do. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm gonna just do what I gotta do. I think you gotta just rock. I ain't gonna fight that shit. I'm definitely gonna when it's time. And I wouldn't go near the ordinary love beats though. Joe already murdered those. I wouldn't go near that.
Yeah, murdered them.
I wouldn't go near those. Those are dead. You can't bring them back. I wouldn't go near them shits. But if I could find a beat, a moment like
Let's head on over to the
there
balloon.
actually was a beat that I couldn't remember. I can't find it. Oh, we got the
There was a Donald Glover song. I think it's Heartbeat. That's like it's not as good as Ordinary Love shit, but it's the same storytelling vibe.
Yeah, I want to you if you are ready to go.
Yeah, he said when she wanted to play Super Smash Brothers, but none of them you. I'm like, damn.
He said that?
Yeah, he said she wanted to play Super Smash Brothers, but none of them you.
Man.
That's fucked up.
Carefully, you
I don't get that.
Gambino got a
I'm only going to ask you
You
one
said you don't get
more
it?
time.
No,
Why
I don't get it.
haven't you
What you mean?
disposed of that infernal dragon?
None of them are you? Oh.
I've tried to scare him off, Your Highness, but he's just not afraid of anything.
Not afraid.
Could you explain the bar?
Not
Yeah,
afraid.
maybe I'm missing something.
Why have I been training you all these
I'll let
years?
a resident lyricist,
Some magic.
Language
Here's a
Smith.
spell book. Whip up a monster and eliminate him.
It's pretty literal. I don't
Kill him?
I don't care what you
it's like she smashed a bunch of dudes, but not you.
Okay. Let's
I
see
guess
what
the we double
got.
entendre is that it's Smash Brothers.
This
Yeah,
ought to do
that's
it.
right.
Well, yeah, but like
You can't keep me
he's
caged up in here
saying it to
forever.
her, so I'm like,
You
why
there,
is
get me out of
Donald
here.
Glover
This
wanting
is
to smash Brothers?
unacceptable.
You know?
You.
He's talking about a girl that he's having trouble. He liked it. He's having trouble. Like that. Fucking other people.
My.
She playing Super Smash Brothers, but not. He said she's playing Super Smash Brothers, but none of them.
Oh, okay. So that's where I got confused. I thought he was playing it.
Devil?
I was like,
Oh no, he's not the dude.
Okay,
Zach.
all right.
He's
Now
like
I get it.
what's the dude named Zach from? Nah, he's not him.
That's what I was like. Oh, wait.
But Gambino has one of my favorite projects ever.
Camp.
Not Camp, no.
When I heard that Sorceress was planning to ambush you,
Which mixtape is that? It's on YouTube. Nipsey Hussle's on there. Black Faces is on there.
I'm not familiar.
What mixtape is that? Now I gotta look it up because it's gonna be in my brain. But Gambino had a run with me. I'm still a big fan of Gambino.
He was like the only voice for like alternative black dudes for a minute.
And I was like kind of mad that I got to him late. I didn't know about him until last year.
This year?
I knew in terms of rapping last year, but I knew that he was like in comedy and stuff.
The Royalty mixtape.
Right.
Comedy, I knew him for a while.
It wasn't hard to miss it because a lot of it was on SoundCloud and shit. It wasn't too hard to miss it though. I see how.
No, like I didn't follow it. Like I didn't follow his stuff. Like sure, I was there for the This Is America. Like yeah.
Oh, that's I'm talking about the old shit. Like
yeah, the old stuff is what I'm talking about. That was
Camp LES, and I guess because the internet, probably that had a couple of signals that were big, but a lot of people missed that too.
That's what I listen to.
It's amazing, right?
It had a lot of the R&B elements that I like with the rap.
I love the outro for that album.
Baron, maximum into the lava.
Bitch, I know what I'm doing.
Damn, King K. Rool.
I think
That's what that looks like.
Gambino was with a lot of people. In my opinion, he's just as talented as Drake. I would probably even say more talented. Like raw talent, like the ability to sing and rap, act he does everything at a high level.
Direct,
like he's not mid at anything that he does.
Yeah, he like masters shit so quickly that he gets bored.
Maybe he's not the greatest stand-up comedian. Like he's decent at stand-up.
He was
comedian.
funny as shit. He was funny as shit.
Yeah, he was funny.
For me, I don't have him as like hysterical as a comedian. I think he's good. I don't think he's like off the chart. I think he's a good stand-up comedian. If I had to pick one thing that was his weakest, I would say that might be his weakest.
Yeah, that's probably his weakest, but I think he's more a comedy writer. He wrote for Third Rock from the Sun for a while. And I think he wrote for Community too.
No, I understand that he's a writer's writer. So there's no denying that because he's a writer. So
I just consider like that his writing is a part of his stand-up too. But yeah, I agree that's probably his weakest. But like, it was still like it's his weakest, but he's still funnier than most comedians.
I tell you, he was definitely funnier than freaking anybody that's calling themselves a comedian that started on Instagram.
Yo, these Instagram comedians and all like these Joe Rogan spawn comedians, like they're the most unfunny. We're like in the most unfunny comedy era. Motherfuckers are not funny.
I think the entry level to it is why. Because now you're funny if you could do a skit. Like it's the skit writing comedy era.
Yeah.
Like,
and then the skits don't even be funny. It's just people just
like, so it's like we're in that era of it. So damn, why do I do that? So we're in that era of it. Like, because there's a lot of comedians who've never done stand-up.
This is crazy, right? And then they try to and they flop. No, they tried to and they have an audience. They actually do okay because people just pay to see them because they like them. But it's just like they're not paying to see them because they're funny. It's so weird.
Talent is
like Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer sell out arenas, and that tells us everything you need to know about modern comedy.
I don't like freaking Bert Kreischer, whatever his name is. The dude who keeps taking his shirt off. I don't understand.
It's not funny, bro.
I don't understand what about the jokes. I mean, I'm sure maybe he's a funny individual, but there are so many aspects of comedy where, like, that shouldn't be the reason you're main eventing or selling out an arena because you take your shirt off. Like, I feel like what your content is gonna be like. And then you see guys like Josh Johnson. Josh Johnson, not the most charismatic guy, but he is hilarious for the fact that he makes you listen to what he has to say and then what the substance of what he has to say.
Josh Johnson. Is that the black dude with the locks?
Black dude, yeah, he wears like a sweatshirt.
He reminds me so much of Donald Glover.
Yeah, and most people, people are knowing him now, but I've been like, man, 10 years, bro, watching this guy. So it's cool to see someone like that that I was watching.
Didn't you want to do stand up for a little bit, BJ?
No.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yeah, I wanted to do it a lot.
You said DJ or BJ?
DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I wanted to do it. Was my main thing. Remember, I did an essay on it. And easy 6-7 pages. It was basically like write a 5 to whatever page paper about what you want to do when you're like what your dream is. And I was like, oh dude, yeah. And I was like, I was going through the different versions of comedy styles. I was like, I like this person. This is why I want to do it. This is what I think my style is.
Your top 3 all-time comedians.
My favorite one is Patrice O'Neal. He'll always be number 1.
The GOAT.
Then only because this is the person that got me into it. I know most people don't really like him, but I do. Kevin Hart will always be on my list. Like when I was a kid, that was the guy that I saw that was funny. And then number 3, oh man. Oh shoot! It's like from the 70s.
Richard Pryor?
No, not Richard Pryor. It's funny.
He black or white?
He's a white guy.
George Carlin?
No.
Robin
He
Williams?
yells a lot. Sam Kinison. Sam Kinison. I wasn't weird. Those people who like freaking George Carlin are constantly.
George Carlin and
It's like
who's the comedian that died?
Charlie Murphy.
White guy. Bill Hicks.
Bill Hicks.
Who's another Carlin like comedian before on like the funny
people
side.
like it go crazy about religion and stuff.
Yeah, religion.
I just like jokes. Like people whose perspective of the world, I respect that. Those don't make me laugh as hard as someone like Godfrey, you know, someone like hot take. I never thought Eddie Murphy was funny as like a comedian. I think he was just a funny guy, but his jokes, I never thought were funny.
You know, it was funny, and then I watched it as an adult, and like his over excessive use of like the F word, I was like, ew, this is like just really mean spirited. I don't know, it was something. I don't know. I know it was a different time, but I was just like, ugh, like I don't know, like you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know which one.
Yeah, he just said it like every other word. It was just like F-A-G-G-E-T, and I'm just like, ugh. But it was kind of funny. Man. I like comedians like Sinbad, and even Kevin Hart, who like rarely curse or like make their jokes at the expense of like a group of people. They're just like on their own merit, just funny.
Okay, Dragon,
You know?
you've managed to survive longer than I expected.
I'm kind of
but you
surprised
haven't the
to hear
slightest idea what sort of
Sinbad.
dangers lie ahead of you. I suggest you grab
That's
your
one of my
cat
favorite
friend and whatever eggs you found and
never
hightail it back home while
heard
you still
someone,
can.
like, actively say his name in terms of like really being funny. My I know Cat Williams and like people like Aries Spears and
He's so He's so
Eddie
dark.
Griffin.
Like,
Yeah, Eddie Griffin are like people like that.
I want to like Aries Spears, but like he's just so dark and negative. I just can't. It's just like he's miserable. I think my top three.
Josh Johnson is definitely gonna get on the top 3 list soon.
I think my top 3 is Patrice O'Neal.
Hey, Spyro! Zoe told me that if we hit that doodad up there, the portal will open. Why don't you try spitting this rock at it?
It's a tie between Kevin Hart and Sinbad. And this is going to sound crazy, but I have to put this person in my top 3 because they got me into comedy. And I don't think a comedian's ever made me laugh as hard as Dane Cook during his peak.
Wow. Dane Cook.
And I know it's a sin, but back in the day, that shit was so funny as a kid that like that was one of the only times I laughed so hard that like I had to like stop laughing because I felt like I was going to have a heart attack. Like, as a kid, like I felt like something was wrong. I was laughing that hard.
Steve Harvey made me laugh really hard, and I was like, he's not on my like top 5 list, but I'm like there was like jokes he made where I was like, this is nonstop funny. I could laugh at this every time. Bernie Mac doesn't make me laugh that hard.
Bernie Mac made me laugh that hard once when during the Kings of Comedy tour where he was talking about like his retarded nephew getting on the bus. There was like a bit like, and like he did like the motion like like because he can't communicate, and that shit as a kid had me in tears. But apparently it was like a lot of people were upset because like apparently like he was the funniest person on the Kings of Comedy tour, and they were upset and they didn't want to follow him, so they kept trying to make him go on last. But he was like, I think he wanted to open or at least be second. So like they were hating on him, like Steve Harvey and Cedric were hating on him.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. You know, there's a bunch of drama. Now it's like I don't know if they all even like each other.
Crazy, right? And it's so crazy because you see like the Rogan sphere, and it's like all these comedians and they're white, and like they all stick together and like promote each other's stuff, even though they got little beefs with each other. Like at the end of the day, like they're all like a unit making money together. But like with our community, it's just all this infighting and beefing and shit. It's so stupid.
Yeah, especially when they go on Vlad. It's like, especially the one like not the who's on
Sergeant Bird, 90068, awaiting
Oh,
orders, sir.
D.L. Hewley, yeah, it's like that's like the guy that.
Hey, what are those
I
things?
think doesn't
These
get
are the latest
the
military
most
hardware. DBX-9 rocket launchers, state of the art.
Nobody.
So
I
why
don't
did you
really
use them to escape?
I don't really go
because
try
I
to go
have
see
limited
him, you know
ammo,
what I'm saying?
and I wanted to
So,
conserve it.
I know
for
he
this.
gets on there and starts talking, you know, a lot.
Say, where'd you come from?
Dion Cole is another guy that I don't really find funny, but has a lot to say.
I existentially dislike Vlad. I don't like Vlad. That dude feel like an op. I don't like him. I dislike Vlad so much that I purposely don't click his videos. I find somebody else that uploaded his shit. If I absolutely want to watch something that he did, I find a re-upload from someone else. That's how much I dislike Vlad.
I haven't watched it.
I have a
The culture vulture.
I have a hot
The
take
culture
about-
vulture.
I mean,
What was that, B?
I have a particular thing I don't agree with Vlad. I won't say I dislike him, but there's something that he does that I really don't like. And that is he has a really big platform and he puts out misinformation, and no one ever really corrects him on it, and it pisses me off. That's the only thing I like. Everything else, I don't. He ain't doing nothing different.
You'd be like, yeah, I heard that this person did X, Y, Z. Yeah.
Like,
this actually happened.
I'll give you
Like,
an
what?
example of something small. This is real small, but he's done it a lot of times. So T.I. made a joke that said, if my cousin died and we got locked, he said, we got locked up. He said, when my cousin died, he told me, man, hey, whatever charge you got, put them on me. Now, T.I. was obviously he was joking. Him and his cousin got locked up. They were selling clothes, or stolen clothes or something like that.
Some Atlanta shit.
And they got locked up. But they got released on a illegal search, right? T.I. makes the joke. It was like satire, right? So obviously the internet runs and grabs it, right?
I remember this.
And Vlad's like, well, Boosie, what you think about T.I. admitting to telling on his dead cousin? And Boosie was like, well, T.I. did he's the effing rat.
And then that started a beef.
T.I. then comes out and says, yo, that was all satire. I got the paperwork right here. It was a legal search. No one got told on anybody. It was a joke. Vlad never came back and said, oh yeah, did you hear about T.I. saying it was a joke?
Yeah, he never redacted.
I don't like that. I can't, because your platform is too big. You are a journalist. You've been doing this for decades. You know better. And there's one too many opportunities I've seen with Vlad where he had a chance to be very educational and he had the information and he didn't. Those are the things I don't like about Vlad. Everything, when people go in there and admit the crimes and shit like that, I'm like, bro, that's your own dumb ass fault. But like, I don't feel bad for no rapper that get in there like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I shot him on 22nd and something at 4 o'clock. I don't feel bad for you. You're just a dickhead. Like,
well, I don't like that Vlad. What I don't like that, like those people that do that, I think they're dumb. But what I don't like that Vlad do is he'll bring up ongoing cases and shit in interviews. And then like certain rappers fall for it, but it's a couple people that be like, that catch it and be like, why you asking me about that?
Yeah, why you asking me about that?
Yeah, like I don't know what you're talking about.
I told you I didn't want to talk about it off camera.
Yeah, like it just be little weird shit like that. Like, what's the point of that? Like, why would you do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I definitely feel like, and then like what you saying, like him not retracting the statements. It's like I would get the vibe that like he probably doesn't even. I feel like he thinks so little of the people that he makes content out of that he probably was like, I don't got to retract nothing. These niggas not worth it. Like I get that vibe. Like I don't know. Like I just get a slime ball vibe from Vlad. Like Vlad feels like a GTA character. Like just like a fucking slime ball, dude.
It's like for me, bro. You got one of the biggest platforms in the world, bro. Like I would never tell you how to use it because I don't have a platform obviously that big, and I'm a up and coming artist. So even if I'm not interviewed by Vlad, I would like to have an interview with a platform that will respect my art and let me be on their, you know. Like I don't need a Vlad interview, obviously, right? But what I'm saying is that it would be really cool to be interviewed on a platform that big. But I don't like fucking with people who I feel like don't respect what they doing. They don't respect it for because they don't feel that way.
You know, the journalistic integrity.
They don't feel that way at all because it's like you put out misinformation and then say like one time I got another one because now it's all bringing back memories. I forgot what rapper got exposed. Matter of fact, who was the rapper that got caught giving head? Who was the rapper? Isaiah Rashad? Was it him? DJ?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Right.
I mean,
it was him, right? It was him, right?
Had to be.
Right. So I think
He said had to be.
I think Isaiah Rashad got caught up. Like a video got leaked of him giving head, right? And maybe I'm just expecting too much from people. But Vlad was like, "Hey man, did you hear about that? Did you hear about it?" I think we.
So what the fuck that got to do with anything?
I think he was talking about Boosie, right? I think he was talking to Boosie.
Mm-hmm.
And Boosie was like, Boosie kind of like wasn't really engaged in it. He was like, you know, I think Boosie ended up saying something like, "Well, if it's in your heart, it's in your heart," whatever, something like that.
Cause he trying to get him to say something that'll get him canceled.
And Vlad was like, "Well, you know, he makes songs about having sex with girls. So I don't know how you can do that." And I'm sitting back like, you don't think both things can be true?
Yeah, like a dude can't be bi.
Like it's so foreign that he can make songs about dealing with women because he's actually dealt with women, but he he may have done this act as well. Like that's not possible.
Because he don't see us as people,
Like,
bro.
I'm
in
my mind, I'm like
any other white person, he would have been like they might be bi, but we don't got the grace of that. He don't see us as people, bro.
I'm like, how does that not? I'm like, how does that not like one doesn't contradict the other? So it didn't.
Yeah,
make,
he's
I didn't,
bi.
So I didn't understand it. I didn't understand any. I was like, bro, like he could be bi. He could have had an experience. He could have whatever sexual identity it is. I don't know. It's a lot of them, right? But it's like none of that was discussed. It was like, how could he make a song about women? And if he did that, it's like he got 2 kids. Obviously, there was women involved.
He said,
at some
obviously,
point,
it was women.
There was a woman involved at some point. So it's like things like that. It's like, bro, you're too powerful to be that ignorant with some of this stuff. You're too powerful.
And then to press it and keep fishing, trying to get
like,
like a homophobic soundbite is weird, bro.
Like, you know, like
because Boosie, how Boosie the type to say some homophobic shit.
The thing is, Boosie,
like he baiting.
Boosie came back on the platform after that whole T.I. thing because him and T.I. were actually cool. Like T.I.'s son and Boosie's son are best friends. Like best friends, not industry best friends. Like hang together all the time, best friends. So Boosie came back on like, man, I spoke too soon, man. Like, Boosie came back on and said, I messed up. So Vlad never said, damn, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I didn't know it was a joke. Like, it's like, bro, you got that platform, bro. Like, journalistic integrity go a long way. They go a long way, man. I swear it do. And journalistic integrity is often the difference in you getting having some certain type of jobs. Like there's certain interviews Vlad will never get because of his journalistic integrity. He'll never get them.
Yeah.
He'll never get certain interviews because of that journalistic integrity. And me being me, I almost feel ignorant if I went on there. Because I BJ, you know better.
That's some trashy shit.
You know better. You like if you're gonna do that, do reality TV too. You know better.
Yeah, Vlad is definitely some trashy hood shit.
There's plenty other platforms you can go on that may not be as big but just as valuable, and you are you'll make it pop. So it doesn't matter where you go. I'm like, all right, like that, like, and that's just. I had to have that conversation with myself. Like, damn, bro, like it's getting to a point now where I'm gonna be doing interviews. I gotta make sure I do the right ones. I gotta make sure I don't settle for certain shit because. So that's just my position on it, bro. Like, that shit was just.
I would love to see you on a Nardwar though. I would love to see you do like a Nardwar.
What's that?
See what crazy things he says. Nardwar?
Is that the white dude with the funny mustache and long hair?
I don't know if he has a mustache.
He do the crazy interviews where like he be digging up
the
shit.
guy that
people
he'll bring up something that you would expect someone to know. Yeah, I would like to see that to see what kind of reaction. You know, he said like Kendrick Lamar. It says that when you were back home, you ordered from your mom's chicken restaurant. How do you know that?
So you some here bring up some shit like, so back in
he'll bring up something, but it's like lighthearted though, so it's not like Vlad. But it'll be like something shocking. So he'll be like, yeah, I ordered the number 3.
So it'll be something like, when you were 15, did you really lock yourself in handcuffs? Or is that just a rumor? Like,
he'd be like,
no,
what? How do you know that?
It would be like something about like you winning the chess tournament,
I was gonna say chess, like some.
It'll be like stuff we know, but stuff stuff you would never tell anyone else. And then we'd be like,
and
we
it's like
know
heartwarming
that.
shit. It's like
how does Nardwar know that?
It'd be like heartwarming shit that make you go like, damn, yeah, I remember that.
Or like he'll find that chess picture. He'll find that chess picture. There's a chess picture in the Eagles locker room when we holding up my first place. He'll find some shit like that and be like, "Do you remember this picture?" I mean, I do shit like that. Like I do shit like that for sure.
He'll be like, so who is Dwight Horsey?
Oh man, he fucks like
Dwight Horsey. How do you know that name?
If he say certain names, he
We're not
see ladders or wall.
He did shit like that, man. He gonna fuck around and give me the crowd in that joint, man.
Yeah.
You say the right shit to me, you might get me to tear up a little bit, man. Cause there's a lot of shit about my past There's a lot of nostalgia.
But then he give you like a gift. He was like your father was a Vietnam. He'd be like, your father was a Vietnam War vet. You're like, yeah. I found his combat boots. Like it be shit like that, and he'll give them to you.
What?
Yeah, the shit like that. Like the shit like that, I will fuck. I will fuck with that type of interview. But there's certain.
You once said you couldn't walk a mile in his shoes. Well, we got his shoes.
Here it is.
That would be hilarious.
And the two jets.
Jackson Jr., you did a cipher in 2023. Is that correct?
Yeah, my brother, my brother DJ threw one. And, you know, we had it right here.
Yeah, we have that jacket that Smacks 101 wore.
The Rugrats joint? I bust out the Rugrats one? Yeah, Smacks.
Yeah.
Yo, Smacks is literally 40 years old when we did that cipher, bro. Shout out to him, though. Shout out to the homie Smacks, man.
You love Dragon Ball. We're going to send you to a trip to Japan.
Bro. Oh, that's going to be lit.
Kirby Japan right now. He posted videos. He went to like the sumo thing. And I was like, man, that shit looked amazing. He went to an underground hip hop concert.
In Japan?
Yeah. In Japan, yeah. I'll post it in Discord. That shit was kind of crazy. Let me see.
And all I want to do is hit up that arcade that they got there and do the Mario Kart. Eat all that food. Stay in a place where, you know, I can take my shoes off where they expect me to. Bang an Asian, and then I'll be set.
You went there? How long you want to date the Asian DJ? Like a week?
As long as I'm there, so I have to go back. Cause I'm the foreign. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you the foreign. She bagged the foreign.
I'm the foreign.
All right.
She bagged the foreign. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what it's like.
Yo, I don't know.
In that video, you know.
In that video I posted, I don't know how they captured like that 80s like Run DMC style like Big Daddy Kane beat, but like them Japanese motherfuckers captured that shit. Like it's actually kind of fire. I don't want to hear that beat. I posted it in general if y'all want to see.
What they rapping or they dancing?
Yeah, he went. He was walking down the city. And he saw a bunch of people going into like a house, and then in the basement of the house and like the streets of Tokyo, it was just a rap concert.
Pulling up on a miscellaneous rap concert is hilarious.
Oh, you know it's crazy because they're rapping in the native tongue, so it's like you don't know what they're saying, but you know it could be hard. Not that it is, but
Will flow is solid.
Yo, what if they
it could be. You're just like, man, you about to say whatever.
What if they just saying nigga shit?
That'd be crazy.
I'm gonna be like, all right, hey man, you good?
But what if they just saying nigga shit, nigga shit, and you like, you just in there popping.
Huh? You just try to look up on the dictionary. What does that mean?
This door
it's so wild.
You've made a wise.
Because like in Japanese culture, like they believe like if you're gonna do somebody's shit, in order to respect and honor it, you have to do it really well. So like when motherfuckers be in the rap there, they just like they don't just be like rapping and be like, oh, I just like to rap. They be like, no, like I know the history of DJ Kool Herc and the Boogie Down Bronx and how it was a part of like the social climate at the time, and like they really feel as though like in order to use it or appropriate it, to use a bad word, that like in order to honor it, you have to honor it and like know it and understand it and like really fuck with it, like. And like that's why when people say when Japanese people be doing shit, they're like it's not really appropriation. Like that dude is trying to like honor what you did by like being as authentic to it as possible. And I think that concept is super fucking ill.
I think
even
when I like
that's crazy.
Tony Yale talks about it a lot. Like when I watch his Vlad interview, he talks about it a lot. He talked about how overseas. Like, Tony Yale is looked at differently overseas than what we look at him at over here. So he gets different types of shows overseas. And,
it's like a thank you.
And so it's like, over here, we tend to overlook our older artists. right?
Mhm.
Even though like Yayo's in his 40s, like he ain't like he in his 60s. You know what I'm saying? But that's how
Yeah.
it is. Like, and it's like he was like, bro, like I'm not say they treat him like a god, but they treat him very well. And whereas the over here, he still gets treated well, but it ain't the same. Get your ass up there. Oh my god, you pissing me off.
Like I think this is one thing I noticed with when I was in breakdancing, and I noticed that like my Asian homies and like some of the Asian like b-boys, even some of like the white b-boys, like they were so into it because as an outsider, they felt as though they had to overcompensate to have a place in it. Where like I felt like the other black b-boys, like we kind of felt entitled to it. So like we weren't as like active or like engaged or as interested in the thing. We kind of like just felt entitled to do it like it was ours. So I noticed that like other motherfuckers eventually would start taking your shit because they're better than you at it, because like in order to feel as though they belong, they go the extra mile when we kind of feel entitled to it. And I think that's why like you see like on a macro level, you see like a lot of the like new producers and stuff are like fucking like white dudes that been in the basement for like years, just revering and loving hip hop. Like the best dancers be like the Japanese and Korean b-boys, and you know what I mean, the UK rappers are taking over. Like even though they're like still black, they're like, but like they're like still outsiders because like they're UK. And I feel like a lot of the times we take our culture for granted, and like that creates a certain level of like laziness, and other people that are into it are starting to lap us. Like I feel like motherfuckers be knowing like the history and like the technicalities of the art form. Meanwhile, we just like I just do it like it's just a feeling. Like I just do it. Like,
Ooh, and to add on to that, I think another reason why they are appreciative outside is because, I guess because it originated in America, their information to get that access to know the history is hard to get than us because you know what I'm saying? Like they got VPNs where you can't really watch certain things in certain countries. So like watching something from America while you're in the UK is probably difficult. So you can't really watch like a VH1 documentary on Yo MTV Raps or Run DMC and stuff like that. But if they were to get it and they found a way, they're like, "Yo, I got that thing you wanted." It's like, really? It took me a while, but I got it. And they watch it like nonstop. So that's probably another layer.
yeah, the investment gives it more value.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point.
Jump up again. Fish. Jump up. I think if you do anything, you need to love it, man. You need to embrace it. Dudes is embracing it, and I love it. I'm very respectful of rap, and I know the history of rap, even though quote unquote an insider. I think you gotta respect what you do. I only know one way to do anything though, so that's just how I am. Everyone's not operated like that, which is unfortunate, and you see it in the craft today. You see it by a lot of artists. And it's sad, but shit, it opens the lanes for me. Be lazy all you want, homie. I'm coming.
Yeah, they don't be students of the game.
I'm coming, bro. You be lazy all you want. I'm pulling up. I'm trying to get mine. But let me hop off this thing. All right, fellas. Josh, DJ, love y'all, man. I'm hopping off this joint.
All right, bro. You too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost 5 a.m. I got a couple hours. Some shit to do.
You see, that's crazy that we still think like that. We really be doing that. That's really how we do. Oh, what was it? Almost 5 o'clock. But I can still get about a good 3 in. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But we all stood there. I can get a good 3. I can push into 4 if I need to. I'll be alright.
Yeah.
Knowing that the alarm is about to go off in like